Johnson, she's just the best on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, it's what she did. Fans saw her do that her entire career in South Carolina. She's going to stay another year, work on her game, elevating career highs in her shooting percentage, but defensively, she's outstanding.
Takes the jumper. Knocks it down.
That's 6'11". That's 6'11". The Fever could have had her, but they said no. Fever could still get Betty Hattar. We'll see.
And you can see that Fever is just trying to get out of transition. They're trying to score. As soon as you're not on your P's and Q's on the defensive end, they're trying to get a quick bucket early in the shot clock. And so far doing a really nice job of that.
27-15. Fever up by 12. Pryor thought about it. Taking it inside. Raven Johnson was all over that one again. Hahn comes up with the ball. Maley takes the jumper. Doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Fowler. Swatted. And Caitlin Clark gains possession. Defensive intensity for the Fever has been really up.
It has, and they've been trying to limit the second chance points, but I really like the liberty and how they've been getting on the glass, crashing hard. We saw Bailey do that. Hahn as well.
Second chance opportunities, but just haven't been able to finish, and the steal right there from Hahn and the liberty of moving. Fowler wide open. Lays it in.
Really nice pass, and Fowler just running the floor.
Timpson trying to muscle her way inside. Annalie Maley just taking hits right there prior. Over to Hahn and able to knock down the three.
Really nice job here. Hahn really has to be working on her game to extend out to the three-point line. Carr, settle down, I feel like, making right decisions with the basketball when she gets out in the open floor. Can't get too deep in the defense. And now she's been facilitating. That's exactly what the Liberty need her to do, make this roster.
That's exactly what she is doing out there. Trying to make her presence felt in every which way, being able to facilitate the ball. And looking for her home shots too, just haven't been as successful. As Jonquel Jones is going to check in now for Hahn.
How about it? Getting a standing ovation. Hahn, great minutes, 3 points, 2 steals in 3 minutes.
Doing a little bit of everything. Even knocks down the free throw for Timpson. Gardner. Back with the lids this season. Pryor to Maley. Maley using the screen from Jonquel Jones. Taking it inside the lane and foul as she was attacking. She's been pretty impressive to start.
She has a lot of energy, and she's a slasher. She has a high IQ, coming off the screens. She's fearless as well, too, getting into the teeth of defense.
Yeah, but she's a pro, and that's the thing that the Fever should have put some onus on, some emphasis on, is that you're going up against women who was literally just in the WNBA playoffs and championship game, at least if they're Australian, like Han Shu, and so Maley, like, you got to be careful.
Knocks in both free throws. Maley puts some points up on the board for the Liberty. They're still down by 10. Fever made their last 5 shots. Right there, foul. And Timpson's going to the line.
Liberty foul number 1 by Sarah Pryor. That's her first team.
Pryor picks up her first team foul.
Yeah, she's only 6'2". Monique Billings is listed at 6'4", but she's really 6'3". Maisha Hines-Allen is 6'1". Yeah, the Fever got to get some height, man. Now the Fever will win this game if they can keep that pace up.
It's up until that point right there, but no, it doesn't go in. Was hanging just on the rim. John Paul Jones get the rebound. Liberty are moving. The pass to Gardner. The three.
She's going to hit that because she won an award in Athletes Unlimited, Rebecca Gardner. So if you notice, Caitlin Clark handles is bad, man. She's constantly calling for drag screens. Part of it is her endurance. Her stamina isn't very good right now. And she hasn't been going up against top talent in the offseason. She only played against with USA in the qualifiers, and then she practiced with Team USA. But you got to remember, she was playing against inferior talent, y'all, while her teammates were legends and all-stars. So that's why I told you Caitlin was supposed to go overseas, go to Australia, go to Europe, go to China, or play in Athletes Unlimited. So what you're witnessing is her getting tired and her being tested, okay? And that's why she keep calling for drag screens.
And I'm curious too, just having her off the ball, wondering if that turnover number will come down for her as well too. How she can create angles.
But if the Fever keep this pace up, New York is in trouble. I don't care how tall they are. You see Rebecca Gardner got her legs back underneath her from last season when she came back from injury, and she played overseas basketball, and she played in Athletes Unlimited.
Nothing but that this year.
Clark doesn't get the long three to fall. The ball is out. It's going to go the other way.
All right, it's almost the end of the first quarter.
Second remaining.
Hold up.
32 to 24.
Let me mute this already so we don't have to hear any freaking commercials. But yeah. Yeah, man. So that's what's going on right now. If you're witnessing, listen, Caitlin started off the first quarter pretty nice, but I thought Sophie looked really impressive. So far, I like what I'm seeing from the pace, and I'm liking I'm liking the effort that I'm getting for everyone on the Fever. What I will say is that, man, I think they might have to make Caitlin play more minutes in the preseason. Now, the good thing is that they get 5 days off of each preseason game. So if you're concerned with Caitlin potentially getting injured because of there's only maybe 2-3 days in between preseason games and she doesn't have enough time to recover, that's not true. They have like 5 games between each preseason game. That's enough time for her to recover and to just work on some things. But what I will say, I hope she plays all 3 preseason games. And I think they need to give her more minutes because she's tired, y'all. That's why she settled for that bomb 3. That bomb 3, her handles is kind of funky right now. And so she didn't want to go in like that. And so she shot a deep 3. But like I said, I hope that this is the year that that Caitlin Clark fans don't point fingers at anyone and hold her accountable, because this is 2 years in a row in the offseason where she refused to play overseas basketball and Athletes Unlimited. And so if she's funky to start the season, I don't think you could blame anyone but her. I don't think you could point at Stephanie or anything like that. That's the main point. That's the main point. I told y'all this was going to happen. You know, you got to understand something. These people are talking about she played in the qualifier. She's good. Y'all, she played against Italy, y'all. She played against Puerto Rico. She played against terrible, terrible teams. And her teammates were legends, future Hall of Famers, all-stars, or just some damn good WNBA players. Right? So anytime your teammates are living legends and you're playing against, God forgive me, let me not be disrespectful. You're playing against D- players and your team is A's. Your teammates are a bunch of A's. Y'all, come on. Cut it out, y'all. Stop. Right? So there's only so much getting better you can do. Right? All right, so let's hurry up once they get past this commercial. Right, so, okay. Ion, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, so anyway, like I said, you know, Caitlin really got to Caitlin really got to play longer minutes. I think she should play 30 minutes. They talking about 20 to 25 minutes. I disagree with that. I think she should play 30 minutes.
Robinson's mark of 400 while also becoming
Oh, and another thing, you know, Han Shu is 6'11". She was always a three-point shooter. She can always get her shot off the dribble. She was held back by Sandy Brondello. So anyway, let's go.
that can do it all and continues to improve on a year-by-year basis. Stewie in the lane.
You see, Maisha's only 6'1", y'all. Stewie is 6'5". They needed height, y'all. They needed height. That's Kiana Trailer.
She wanted to elevate that this year in the offseason.
Yes, she said that's what she worked on. The skill comes up there. Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Stewart takes the three.
You know what?
All right, get your head on the swivel, Kiana. You can't throw that stupid pass like that again. I'm trying to get you in this league. You can't be doing that.
Getting that build, setting the feet, and getting one up early is a good sign.
Definitely, and it was her last 2 seasons to where she had the lowest three-point percentage.
So Kiana has been really good overseas. She was dominating in Athletes Unlimited, but she got to get the nerves out.
And then
She missed Maisha Hans Allen wide open, cutting to the basket, and then she threw it into traffic. This is how you get kicked out of the league. You get these opportunities. You're good, but you're in your own head.
settling right now. They're taking good shots, and that's a perfect example.
So that's 3 bad plays in a row from Kiana Trailer, even on defense. 2 on offense, 1 on defense.
31, a 7-0 run all from Brianna Stewart. Picks it up outside the Billings. Clark double team, sneaking her way inside.
There you go.
Picks it outside the jumper doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Mealy.
I'm not mad at that shot. That was a good shot.
Stewart steps into it. Oh yeah.
She got to call a timeout right now. Call a timeout right now, because this is about game management. Call a timeout right now, and then the first thing she's supposed to do, she has to run the Kiana Trailer. That's the first thing she was supposed to do. She has to run the Kiana Trailer and say, settle down. You got this. You got this. This is your opportunity. Settle down. You got this. That was 3 bad plays on offense from Kiana Trailer and 1 bad play on defense from Kiana Trailer. I'm not mad at the shot. I'm not mad at the shot selection. That's her shot, but that's 3 bad offensive plays and 1 bad defensive play from her. As a coach, call that timeout, go to her and pick her up. Tell her to get focused. Calm down, settle your nerves, get focused, right? Because she'll end up getting cut. And if they like what they see from Megan McConnell, they're going to keep Megan over Kiana. And Kiana's back out of this league, or she's hoping that one of these other teams will scoop her up. And she has no one to blame but herself. There's only a few of these opportunities. They're going to make cuts probably after this game, potentially. Maybe they won't, depending on if they still don't want to play Lexi. If they still don't want to play Lexi, and obviously Damaris isn't back, and they still want to rest Aaliyah Boston, they might keep Kiana around. She got to step up the rest of this quarter and the final 2 quarters, or she's going to get cut. She's a very good player, but she's in her own head right now. This is what happens to players new to this league again. She's not new to this league, but technically she is, because she only had a couple preseason games with the Chicago Sky. She got a few minutes here and there with Minnesota, and now she's back. And so they start freaking out, y'all. They start freaking out. And so, yeah, Kiana, come on now. Come on. Like, sometimes I can't make excuses anymore for these people. When you get these opportunities, you got to take advantage of it, man. And I love that chick, but you can never say the Fever didn't give you an opportunity. I mean, it's early in the second quarter, and you out there running point with Caitlin Clark in New York City on national television. I can't make any more excuses. That's how I look at it. But what I will say is the Indiana Fever screwed up royally screwed up by not getting a big. You know, Maisha Hans Allen has girth and she's strong, but she's only 6'1". Monique Billings is not 6'4". Monique Billings is 6'3". They lied to you, right? And yeah, that's it. Han Shu is 6'11". Jonquil Jones is 6'6". Brianna Stewart is 6'5". Like, what the hell? Like, what did you think? Right? Michaela Timpson is only 6'2". Okay, like, it's insane. So unless you're gonna run New York to death, they're going to eventually catch up because they're pros.
Right now we are back in action. 34-32. The New York Liberty have come back. A 10-0 run, all by Breanna Stewart in the last minute and 32 seconds.
Now, I hope she didn't kick Kayana out of the game, because that's how you kill a person's confidence. So keep her in the game and just settle her down. There you go.
Talking to John Paul Jones yesterday, we were there, right? And she said, we just recognize that we're better together, and we wanted to stay together. We know that the time is now for championship season with the Liberty, and look at those numbers. Undeniable when they are healthy and out there on the floor.
Yes, the Liberty.
There you go.
Breanna Stewart and Jones are all in the lineup.
Now, Kayana can play really good defense. She can do everything. She just got to get out of her head.
Winning percentage. That is insane.
That's insane. And understand them having to pick to be back in the finals this year.
Yeah.
Now, pay attention to Monique Billings. Monique Billings is going to look like a role player. The only way Monique Billings won't look like a role player is if Caitlin Clark is giving her perfect passes, right? So y'all paid over $1 million to a role player. I just want y'all to know that. I love Monique, but she's a role player, period. She's a bench player. A bench player, y'all. I love her, but she's a bench player. Let's call her what it is.
With her, so hopefully the New York Liberty can get the championship this season, but 15 points, 6 of 7 from the field and 4 rebounds, just putting it on to her.
And it's always incredible how much basketball is played in the offseason now. I mean, talk to Coach DeMarco about that. Like, there's hoops everywhere, and the Sweet States of it are unrivaled EuroLeague. Like, and then coming right back into the preseason, getting your body ready. There's so much hoops to go around, and Stewart is picking up right where she left off in the championship.
And she's really playing hard as Clark being guarded by Ionescu to step back.
That's not a... see, these commentators, that was a punch dribble into a step back. You got to call that. But these commentators are dated, dog. They don't know the terms from modern basketball moves.
Making her way inside, floats it up, doesn't get it to Paul Jones. The rebound, tussling and fighting with
And you see that? They got out rebounded by a 6'6" woman, and Maisha is 6'1" and Monique is 6'3".
How hard do you push your players during the preseason?
I think the preseason is a really short window for the W. You know, I know you're looking at the NBA.
Now Betty Hattar is still out there, 6'10". Liz Cambage, 6'9".
Excuse me, I think the W.
Tierra McCowan, 6'7". Kalani Brown, 6'7". Anastasia Bodareva, 6'6". Sedona Prince, 6'7". You got options.
They're trying to get him up to speed on the culture, but they are trying to figure out this offensive rotation. Even though Satu is out, they still want to see things that they want to see. They want.
Ionescu hanging down low.
Well, let me say that. The Fever can't afford Liz Cambage. She said she won't play for anything under $1 million. They got $311,000. They can afford Sedona, Tierra, Anastasia Bodareva, Sedona Prince, and Kalani Brown and Betty Hattar. They just can't get Liz.
To me, the thing that stood out was that she said that she worked on this past season was shooting through fatigue. She said it's easy to shoot in the first 10 minutes of the game, but can you do it in the fourth quarter in every single action? Ionescu is a player who is never satisfied and is always looking to get better.
Always looking to get better. And
So they set Kay on a trailer, and she's a negative plus minus.
gonna be that option.
She didn't do anything good with the few minutes she got. Nothing. She didn't do anything good.
Off the dribble, getting into the mid-range bag, she really got comfortable in that area because now, you know, the target's on her back. You know she's looking to shoot three. She wants to add that versatility and keep going.
93.3% free throw shooter. She led the WNBA last season, missing the free throw right there. A 3-point lead for the New York Liberty. Kelsey Mitchell doesn't get it to fall.
That's on Han Shu. Listen, y'all. For some of y'all that don't know about Han Shu was always a dominant player. She was always a 3-level player. She can get her own shot off the dribble. Sandy Brondello was holding her back. She wouldn't play her many minutes, y'all, because Sandy is an idiot. Just like Sandy was holding back Maureen Johannes. Yeah, so Han Shu is not a revelation, y'all. Han Shu been doing this. It's just that you gotta have stupid coaches. You gotta stop having stupid coaches. And Sandy Brondello is a stupid coach. And she held Han Shu back just like she held Maureen Johannes back. Thank God Sandy Brondello was gone. Oh, by the way, Sandy Brondello held Alana Smith back just like Lynn Dunn did. And so now Alana Smith is in Project B and one of the best players in this league because stupid Lynn Dunn didn't believe in her and waived her. And Sandy Brondello, when she drafted her, tried to make Alana Smith a basic four. And Alana Smith was never a basic four and really didn't believe in Alana Smith. Now look at Alana Smith. Stop going to stupid coaches. Stop having stupid coaches to coach talented players because they'll almost kill their career.
Learning the plays have been easier for her because she worked on her English, worked on understanding schemes and reading the defense. And it's already been fun to see her back.
Fever coming up with a turn.
Okay, now Sophie Cunningham handles is still terrible. Now she was working on them in the offseason, but they're still not good enough right now. That's why Sophie, she has to keep calling for drag screens right now. Them handles nasty, Sophie. The one thing about Sophie handles got to get tight, y'all.
Take a look at it. She just catches in such physical
Oh
shape.
my goodness. When I walked to training camp yesterday, first thing I looked, I'm like, girl, your back, your shoulders, your arms, your muscles. And she was like, thank you, girl. We're working on it.
Cunningham puts it
Yeah.
in her third three-pointer.
Sophie hot, y'all. That chick hot.
Delaney Hamilton, I mean, I felt a little insecure. I looked at my back yesterday, and I need to get rid of these rolls.
She's motivating all of us.
Yeah.
It's just said that, on her year off, she just had time to really work on her conditioning, fine-tune the details. So how about Sophie Cunningham? And she said that, getting that one-year deal really lit a fire in her. She had something to prove this season. And 3 threes already in this game.
Already starting in the first game, and she's already on fire. Clark out to Cunningham, takes it again. No way. Rebound by Stewart. Jones, thought about it. Stewart using the screen. Over to Jones. Loses the ball. And it's going to stay right here. Rockwell Jones just couldn't catch that ball properly.
Yeah, really nice movement. Pass.
All right, so I want to say something too. Don't feel sad for any of these veterans on the Fever if they get cut. Listen, Stephanie is giving them opportunities.
New York Liberty, the game is tied 39-39.
Like Stephanie is giving these players opportunities, y'all. Don't feel bad. I love you, Kayana, but I'm not feeling bad for Kayana. I'm not feeling bad for her. Don't feel bad for any of these veterans they cut. None of them. Lexi not playing, Aaliyah not playing, Damiris Dantas not over here yet. What's your excuse? I mean, sometimes you got to be a professional and step up to the plate and get a base hit. You may not be a home run hitter, but you can at least get a base hit. So that's all I got to say about it. I stopped feeling bad for these women years ago. This is the big leagues, y'all. This is the pinnacle of women's basketball, the WNBA. It doesn't get any higher than this. And if you were signed to a team as a veteran, whether you played overseas or somehow, some way was getting, a few minutes here and there in the W years ago, and you get another opportunity, you got to step up to the plate and get a base hit. You got to get on base. So I don't feel bad for Kayana Traylor. That chick, if I checked her plus minus right now, that thing got to be a -11 right now. It's got to be a -11. So I'm not feeling bad for her. I'm not going to feel bad for her at all, y'all. Yeah. So far, like I said, I think they're going about it the wrong way with Caitlin. Caitlin should be playing 30 minutes in preseason per game, not 20. They said 20 to 25. I think she should play 30 to get her conditioning right for a real game, right? Y'all looking at this pace, there's no way Caitlin is ready for this pace. She's not ready for this pace. That's why I say overseas basketball was so important for her. But she didn't want to do it because she has so many commitments in the States. Photo shoots, commercials, being a keynote speaker multiple times, all sorts of things, golfing, all sorts of things Caitlin was doing in the States. And her agents thought that it was better for her to stay in the States and do that and work out with some Pacers practice players. And they felt that getting some time with Team USA would be good enough. But it wasn't good enough because they were playing against trash teams, and your teammates are legends pretty much. So that's never going to help her out. So remember, if Caitlyn is bad this year, y'all, or at least if she's funky this year, then I think this is when the Fever fans probably will hold her accountable and just say, Caitlyn, come on, next off season, please go to Australia or somewhere.
Points already. Nice game foul from Ionescu, and she just takes advantage. Let's not forget that Stewie was 8 points per game last season, and she can knock down the three as well. I love to see this so early in the year, really taking advantage of the three-ball opportunity that she did. Have to feel good to see stuff going down. She's on top right now.
Yeah, Brianna Stewart is just all over the place, doing everything. And the Indiana Fever challenged that last out of bounds.
Yeah, because last year, what was Stewie 3-point percentage? 27% last year or something like that? Stewie was terrible.
Percent from the field. You can see right there. The challenge was successful. It was out of bounds on John Paul Jones, so it will be the Indiana Fever's basketball.
That's good. Challenge that. These are opportunities for you to improve on game management. Call timeouts to steal momentum. Challenge plays. That also allows Caitlyn to get some rest if you're considering playing her longer.
Chris DeMarco said that having her presence out there on the floor means a lot. She's in great shape, a very high IQ player, and she picked up on everything very quickly upon arrival.
Shatori. Shatori was supposed to get at the Raven, y'all.
Here on this floor, play college basketball at a high level. They're used to schemes. They're used to adjusting on the fly in a short time. And we know the negotiations with the CBA, the training camp. There's a lot of things that were sped up.
I wish I could go back a little bit to show you. She was supposed to kick that ball to Raven.
Check into the game as Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu check out. Pryor being guarded by Mitchell. To John Paul Jones.
Yeah, and I told you, y'all see how terrible Kelsey Mitchell is on defense.
She puts it in.
That's why I give Kelsey a C+ on ball defense.
Keeping her dribble out. I feel like the jitters just settled for her, and she saw what she needed to read against the defense. You know, this is a player.
Maisha only 6'1", y'all. She's only 6'1", y'all. And the Fever gave that chick a contract. Look, that's 6'11" against 6'2". That's 6'11" against 6'2", y'all. That Hanshu is a 1,000% 3-level threat, and she could take you off the dribble. She could take you off the dribble from the perimeter. At 6'11", the Fever could have had her, but the Fever didn't go after her. They wanted Maisha Hines-Allen. And you didn't even have to pay Hanshu $1 million. They wanted Maisha Hines-Allen over Hanshu, y'all. Crazy.
Sabrina Ionescu and Pryor both have 4 assists in the game tonight.
They wanted Monique Billings over Hanshu, y'all.
It's so smooth down low. You can see that her game has continued to evolve since she's been away from the league. Gibson. Mitchell. The ball between the legs. Uses the screen. That's on. Right back. Gardner. Playing great defense. Walker Kimbrough. That is a foul by Fowler. 44 to 39.
Man, that thing is extremely small. So you would say, what do you need right now? Well, Stephanie, you got to be smart. Okay, at this point, you got to put in Justine Passat. That's number one. And if you're looking for a guard who can get her own shot better than Raven and Shatori, you got to put back in Kayana Traylor. So this is bad game management in terms of minute allocation and substitution. So far, this is bad from Stephanie, right? So you need a threat to spread the floor. So you need Justine Passat in the game. There you go, Raven. You also need another guard who can get her own shot. That's Kayana Traylor, right? So, yeah, this is bad right now. Bad substitutions from Stephanie White. Bad game management from Stephanie White so far. Terrible. And it's exposed Amber Cox for not getting a big when she needed a big.
You know, I love the recognition from the Liberty too, because she gotta get that basketball back, man. The mismatch down low.
Mitchell was trying to quiet it.
And you got to understand something. Han Shu literally just came off the championship game in Australia, so she's ready to go. Right? She literally just they lost. They lost to they lost to Perth, I believe Perth, which was Lucy Olsen's team. So they lost now, okay? But she was literally in a championship game, Han Shu. And so she's already oiled up, y'all. Han Shu ready to go, y'all. She has no rust on her. She ready to go.
Coach DeMarco was out there with her, and she was just silky smooth.
Don't miss a moment. Follow at NY Liberty to stay up to date on all of the latest news.
See, she's okay. That looked like she's about to put Passat in the game. That's either Passat or Kayana.
Ball nearly lost it on the floater. She is bringing out the moves tonight.
So much versatility.
Who is that?
Dipping in her bag.
Oh, Johnson, nice.
Oh no. That's Passat. No, that isn't Passat. Who the hell is that?
Beautiful cross.
Oh, that's Sophie.
The defense.
Sophie wearing the one leg sleeve this season. She's throwing me off, y'all.
Lady Hamilton, 2:25 remaining.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Raven, y'all.
Still, Billy.
There you go.
Nice move.
Nice step through.
Between two defenders, puts it up and in.
I like how much poise Johnson has two options up the whole time, looking for the trailer, and Billy is going to run the floor to rewards her.
Getting tied up down low, spotted.
Good defense.
And it's going the other way. The defense has come alive for the Fever down by
Good vision.
looking to tie it.
There you go.
Ball.
Yeah, Raven looks great. Raven looks great on offense and defense. Raven looked like she belonged already, y'all. I know it's preseason, but she looked phenomenal.
In the first half, Lady Hamilton's amazing.
Now I just need her to get an open shot. I need to see about three shots from Raven. But so far, Raven nice.
That's a foul on the Fever.
Yeah. Raven is real nice. Her decision making, her cutting, her energy, her defense. She's also vocal. If you've been watching, you can see her pointing and shouting and yeah, Raven nice, y'all. Raven nice. I just need to see some open shots from her. We haven't seen her shoot yet.
Offense. She's been aggressive, getting downhill, reading the defense, just staying so poised.
Yo, the Fever decided to get Monique Billings and Maisha Hans-Allen over Han Shu. 6'11", 3-level threat. What are we doing, Landon? What are we doing, Stephanie? The hell is going on in the front office?
She knows what she needs to look to facilitate the defense, a non-negotiable for her. And I think that's a great addition to the Fever this year.
Mitchell takes it inside the lane and ties it up at 48 apiece. Liberty. Gone quiet.
Yeah, those passes are bad, Sabrina. Benijah, they're all just throwing wild passes. Jonquel, Sabrina, Benijah. Hell, I think even Molly threw a bad pass.
Plus MVP
New York got to clean it up. They got to clean it up. They're going to lose to a depleted Fever team.
and Fever.
Even without Satu, they have more talent than the Fever, but that Fever pace.
Has scored 7 of the last
Yeah, see, Caitlin.
of Liberty. Missed
And that's only because Caitlin tired right now, but she just got back in the game.
Lady Hamilton.
That was good defense.
Active hands by the Fever, and that's going to go out and be Fever's ball.
One thing about Caitlin, man, I told y'all, Caitlin helped defense. She's a great prober. She's a great lurker on defense. She's good with help defense.
So shifty with the ball in her hands.
Real good with help defense.
Uses the screen, maybe falls to the ground. Cunningham gets it up to Mitchell, fires.
Yeah, that's it.
On the three.
That's it. That's it. In the, New York, if they lose this game, shame on Chris DeMarco. Shame on the New York Liberty, because the Fever are running out here, I swear to you, with a bunch of bench players with Caitlin and freaking Kelsey. Everyone is a bench player.
Puts it up and gets fouled. She's going to the line. The Indiana Fever, they started out with the lead. New York Liberty came back and took it. Now the Fever are up by 3. They have not given up.
This team has plays with a lot of heart. I know it's early on in the year, but that is a constant with this team.
There is no way on God's green earth this score should be like this. No way. So credit to Stephanie with this pace. Credit to Sophie Cunningham staying prepared in the offseason, getting up a lot of shots and doing a lot of cardio. Credit to Sophie, man, but Jesus Christ, New York. New York, that's embarrassing.
10 seconds remaining in the first half. Mitchell being guarded by Laney. Quick first step, tosses it up, but is fouled from the backside.
Now, what we know is that according to Kathy Engelbert and the head of the referees, they said that you're going to get a lot of whistles this year, especially against superstar players. Now listen, that they're clearly protecting Kelsey Mitchell. They're going to do the same thing for Caitlin Clark. So get ready for a lot of whistles, y'all. A lot of whistles against superstar players.
I'm mad at this because it was a late whistle. Our defender was backpedaling, and Kelsey Mitchell looked like the aggressor on that. She's a little out of control when getting into the paint there. I didn't see much action. Looked like she stayed vertical the entire time. Goes by Lady Hamilton.
Yeah, that's not a foul, but they said that they're going to be blowing a lot of whistles, y'all, for these star players. Nah, she never even touched her. But that's a mandate. That's a mandate. That's a directive for the officials. There's a lot of nationally televised games with the Fever, and they need these stars. Look at Ashley Owusu. Little 6'1", 6'2", Kayomi McMiller. Ashley Owusu. Little 6'1", 6'2", Kayomi McMiller. A lot of y'all forgot about Ashley Owusu. You understand? But yeah, that's that little 6'1", 6'2", Kayomi McMiller. Nasty handle, can make you look stupid, and a damn good facilitator. And so she's been overseas ever since, she didn't stick around in this league. I thought it was a bad decision for her to transfer to Penn State. I thought she should have stayed put. Anyway, let's go.
Successful challenge by the New York Liberty and Kelsey.
Okay, so that was a successful challenge. Use this opportunity to draw up something, right? These are opportunities for the referees too. Did they say that was unsuccessful?
Kelsey Mitchell last season, 22 points per game. She was third in the WNBA, and she was named first team All-NBA, first time in her career.
Supermax rightfully deserves, so dynamic with 20 points per game last year. Talk about the minutes she had to put on her body, the wear and
Yo, they said that was unsuccessful. That was not a foul, y'all. That's crazy.
in the playoffs. I mean, she put her body through so much, and I love the coach that she had in the offseason. We'll do it all again.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so it's clear that the precedent is set.
Third behind Wilson and
It's
Colley.
clear.
And Coach Stephanie might say,
They're calling anything against a superstar. You better be careful.
I don't think there's a scarier player in the league to guard one-on-one than Kelsey Mitchell.
Kennedy Carter, what you talking about? The hell you talking about?
Indiana 14-2 run to end the half. And right there, that will end it for the first half, 53-48.
So I don't think they have a halftime show. I wish they would have, but at least had a different crew in there for a preseason halftime show. I would thought that would have been nice. I don't know what's going on with these other games, so I'm not so sure about that. I know Nigeria is supposed to be playing today, so yeah, I'm not so sure what's going on there. But they definitely needed a halftime show to keep people busy. But yeah, so we could break down so far the first half, and oh man, that pace is getting New York to New York. I don't know if New York anticipated that. So I don't believe New York anticipated that level of pace. So what the Fever is saying is listen, you got us in height. You got us in height, and you got us in overall talent. But what you don't have us in pace. Now, the Fever ended the season 5th in pace in the league, okay, which is damn good. But Stephanie says she wanted to be top 3 this season. If this is how they're gonna play, the Fever are gonna be top 3 in pace by the end of the season. That's clear. The dangerous part about it is attrition. When you're playing 44 games and you're top 3 in pace, and you don't have the depth to be able to spell your starters the way you need to, then attrition sets in, and that's when you can get lower extremity injuries, soft tissue injuries. Okay, so I think, yeah, could the Fever, if the Fever keep this pace up and they're efficient shooting the basketball, the Fever can make the playoffs. But if the Fever doesn't address their depth issue, and at some point your height issue will catch up to you, and you start seeing some of their starters go down with some nagging low soft tissue injuries, the Fever are going to be a lottery team. I'm telling you right now, there's no way you could sustain that. The only way you could sustain that level of pace with high efficiency is that your depth has to be really, really good. Okay, right? But if that's not the case, and you're losing the height game on the interior during some of these matchups, Fever will be a lottery team, y'all, and get ready to see Juju Watkins in the Indiana Fever uniform next season, right? Get ready to see Juju Watkins in a Fever uniform next season, because all it will take is 2 of those starters to go down with an injury, and the front office being stubborn and not addressing their height, their height issue. Get ready to see Juju in a Fever uniform, y'all. Backcourt next season: Caitlin Clark at point, Kelsey Mitchell at the 2 guard, Juju Watkins at the 3 spot. That's it. That's literally what you're going to see next season. Caitlin Clark 1, Kelsey Mitchell 2, Juju Watkins 3, Aaliyah Boston 5, and I'm not sure who's going to play the 4. The Fever are 2 injuries away from their starters, from being a lottery team. That's a fact. That's a fact, y'all. But let me say this one more time. They have $311,000 left, salary cap space, $311K. That's enough money for you to get over your pride and sign Sedona Prince. If you don't want to do that, if that's too risky because you're scared your fans will leave you because Sedona has been alleged to be an abuser, okay, fine. Don't get Sedona Prince. That's still enough money for you to bring in Betty Hatara, 6'10", 4'3", 40, a dominant 2-level threat. She can guard 1 through 5. If you don't want to do that, then you got Tierra McCowan, 6'7", 245, a guaranteed double-double. She's just slow. She's slow, okay? If you don't want to do that, you got enough money to bring in Kalani Brown, 6'7", 230, 235, a nice 2-level threat. She can now hit the corner 3. But she's slow, just like Tierra. She's a little faster than Tierra, but she's slow. Or you could bring in Anastasia Bodareva, okay? 6'6". She's a 2-level threat, but she could hit the center 3. And she's a shot blocker, a rebounder, and she's elite in the high and low post. And she's faster than Tierra and Kalani. Okay, so those are your options for bigs. Those are your options. 6'6" Anastasia Bodareva, 6'7" Tierra McCowan, 6'7" Kalani Brown, 6'10" Betty Hattar. Or you could say, screw how these fans feel. I'm bringing in 6'7" Sedona Prince, because that's a true 3-level threat. An elite passer, elite screener, shot blocker, and rebounder. She's identical to Lauren Betts, except she's a better 3-point shooter than Lauren Betts. Right? So, and Lauren Betts is a better on-ball defender. So yeah, but I don't know. From what I've been hearing when I've been researching and studying, they're saying general managers are scared to bring in Sedona Prince because of the allegations. She hasn't been convicted of anything. All lawsuits, all civil cases have been dropped or dismissed. These are just allegations. But they're saying they want to stay away from it because they believe their fans are going to say, I'm not supporting this team because you brought in Sedona Prince. So I don't know how you can convince your fans that you're serious if you're withholding Lauren Betts from the Fever's roster, except a Lauren Betts with a better 3-point shot. So I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna sell it. People. I mean, that's just wild to me, y'all. That's wild to me. And then come to find out Rowley accused her other ex-girlfriend of some similar things. So you can't trust Rowley, y'all. Rowley used Sedona Prince to blow up her TikTok account. That's literally what she did. It was cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. But I don't know. Me personally, I'm putting Sedona on my team. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah, that's really it. That's really it. That's really it, y'all. So those are the only ones out there really where you can trust them. You can be like, okay. Now, if you needed a backup 4, but a younger 4, the Fever could have went after Brooklyn Meyer, South Dakota State Jackrabbit. And she's a very good player. 6'4", like Monique Billings, shot blocker, rebounder, a 2-level threat. So a very good passer out of the post, a damn good screener, very athletic. Brooklyn Meyer from South Dakota State Jackrabbits. You could have brought her in. That's not what they wanted to do. So yeah, that's what that is. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. This team had opportunities. They could have brought in Deanna Gatson. She's a 3-level threat at around close to, she's 6'3". She's 6'3". But that's not good enough. To be honest, man, the Fever needed like intimidating height. They needed someone 6'6" or taller. Okay, that's what the Fever needed. Or I can even go 6'5", as long as the 6'5" player is really a shot blocker. But if we're being honest, the Fever needed intimidating height, 6'6" or taller. That's not what they wanted to do.
Absolutely. I'm excited to get back to it. The season opener on May 8th for the New York Liberty playing the Connecticut Sun. It's going to be a fun one. And then the Fever taking on Dallas.
Yeah, this is going to be absolutely amazing. You welcome the Liberty May 8th home opener against the Connecticut Sun, then take a West Coast trip to their first matchup with the newest WNBA franchise, the Portland Fire. Late May, they see the Phoenix Mercury, and Southwest's first game against the Mercury in the season.
Yeah, four of their six games to open the season are at home, so they shouldn't have any excuses.
Here's what stands out. June 6th, they face the Fever, and then June 21st at the Los Angeles Sparks, a game that commemorates the league's inaugural tip-off back in 1997.
Oh, so that's when they'll be wearing, June 21st is when they'll be wearing the anniversary jerseys, 30th anniversary jerseys with the Sparks and with the Mercury. I think they do theirs on the 27th with the Mercury as well.
After getting shot too solidly May 27th, so I'm excited for that matchup too. It's going to be a fun one indeed.
And right now, the Indiana Fever, let's take a look at their schedule. I just want you to look and tell me, Dom, which one out of these
Okay,
stands out
so
to
their
you?
first 5 games are at home. Wow. Yeah, so the Fever, Herb Simon, he's going to be making a lot of money at home with the gate money because first 5 games, he got 4 of them at home. So that's some good money. That's some good money. That's some good gate money, man. Some good ticket money, man.
To me, the one that stands out is June 4th against the Atlanta Dream. They had the
Yeah.
to where it was a tremendous atmosphere. Can't wait to see that again. 53-48. We'll see you guys right back here soon.
Yeah, the Simons, they can't complain, man. You got 4 games at home. Your first 5 games of the season, 4 of them are at home. That's some damn good money. And Indianapolis will make a lot of money as well. Visitors coming in, hotels and parking and restaurants and shopping, and the boost to the local economy to begin a season is going to be Pretty substantial. Pretty substantial. Yeah, I know there's complaints that the Fever aren't selling out of like all of their tickets, but you have to understand something where the Fever came from. The Fever out of all of their tickets, and everyone is like, what about the Fever? Ladies and gentlemen, the Fever probably are gonna 9 times out of 10 be in the top 3 again for attendance. I mean, the Fever aren't suffering. They're fine. It's just, it's a narrative thing. You know, it's a sort of a callow, immature, juvenile thing where fans want the Fever to always be number one. So it can look like Caitlyn is continuously carrying the most of the weight. It's clear she's the reason for all of this. And that's great. That's great. But I would just say, call it what it is. Just be honest and just say, the only reason why we're complaining is because we always want Caitlyn to be seen as the player moving all the weight. And right now the narrative can shift, you know, so just be honest. Let's be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you the Indiana Fever will probably average 16,000 fans. Guaranteed the Fever would be in the top 3 in attendance. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So I'm not concerned. The ratings are going to be great. They most likely will average 1 million again. So you're fine. Fever fans, you're fine.
Back here for the start of the third quarter, the second half between the New York Liberty and the Indiana Fever, 53-48. Dom, there's been such back and forth action from both teams. Can't wait to see what we have in store.
Yo, did y'all see that little girl crying? I wonder what she crying about.
The execution on offense has been perfect. This is a team that is second in the league in assists. We're seeing a taste of that. They got 15 first half.
That little girl was crying. I wonder what she was crying about.
With 16 points, being able to knock down a couple of threes. Great thoughts from her, but how about on shoot? Putting the moves in the post, having the bucket, running the floor, and looking for the heads up buckets here. The chemistry has been
I'm just laughing because I can't believe they chose Monique and Maisha over Hans Shu. I can't believe it, y'all. I can't.
56% from the field. 4 3-pointers have been made.
They could have got Hans Shu for $400K, probably $500K.
One thing, and that's the turnover.
Crazy.
On the other side, 47.5% from the field. 6 3-pointers out of 15 for the Fever. Knocking down their free throws as well. 11 assists, 5 turnovers, and 6 blocks. The Fever 14-2 run to close the half.
Well, as I look at these numbers, the turnovers jump out to me as well. With the
Nah, well, that's the key. The Liberty definitely getting a lot of turnovers. But yeah, so like that's the key, right? That's the modern game of professional basketball. Shoot volume threes, and eventually you'll win out, right? So pace and volume threes, pace and volume threes. Okay, shots at the basket, layups or dunks, and volume threes. And by the end of the game, if you put up the most threes and put in more threes than the other team and your pace is higher, you stand a great chance of winning that game. And that's the modern brand of basketball. Okay. The difference is that in the W, they're not like the NBA, where the NBA is switch everything. For defense, 9 times out of 10, they're switching everything. The W, multiple layers, okay, diverse, a lot of variety, zone, matchup zones, hybrid zones, woman to woman, all sorts of things. So that's the difference. You'll get more complexity on defense in the W than you will in the NBA. But a lot of teams are going towards the NBA style on offense, which is layups and threes, and don't worry about the in-between game. That's where it's trending in the W. But what's not trending in the W is defense. They will run a variety of different defensive sets. And so it adds that extra layer of sophistication to the WNBA.
like, hey, we're going to see guards, you know, 1 quarter, 2 quarter. Obviously, the conversation has been with
Okay, so he decided to start Han Shu in the second half.
They're definitely trying to get herself in a groove before the season. They've got a little bit of time on. Being countered by Billings. Looking to get the ball away, and Gardner comes up with it, using the screen. Over to Fowler. Fowler down low to Hahn. Oh, nice bounce back from Hahn, but Loses the ball as a shot clock violation.
That was a really nice cut. Don't think Fowler was expecting it, but Hahn, I've been so impressed with her today. Just being able to find the cutter as well, passing game.
Super impressive. She's able, whenever she has the ball in her hands, she sees the floor so well now. It's Clark.
Yeah, I told you, Caitlin Clark still don't have adjustment layups. She still don't have a floater or a teardrop. Y'all saw it. She got that block of a Hahn shoot. She was supposed to put up a floater, adjustment layup, or a teardrop.
Trying to get inside, moving the ball around. Gardner working the perimeter to Hahn at the top of the.
There you go.
Clark nearly stole it. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Gardner.
Break her down and put something up, man. Just put something up. You only got a few seconds. Go. There you go.
Doesn't get it to fall. Rebound by Clark.
Really nice job.
Clark is looking to push it up.
Staying sound on the defensive end.
Billings muscling her way inside, doesn't get it to fall. Nice defense from Maley.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times, Billy, you can tell she's just trying to get her feet under her. She's been having some great attacks, but been missing the chippies around the rim. Too strong for her finishing.
Right there,
Yeah, so far, man, Caitlin has the same game she's had the last since she got in this league, y'all. No teardrops, no runners, no floaters, no adjustment layups. So that's a problem, y'all. That's a problem.
Jonathan Edmond and Dominique Patrick on the ball. Mitchell stops, that's her spot. Gets it to fall.
Tight curl off the screen. Mitchell, one thing on defense, you just gotta stay down. You gotta stay down. It's a hard thing to do on a player like Mitchell. She has deception in her game.
Gardner, strong take.
I told y'all, Monique is 6'3", y'all. She's not 6'4".
Don't take for Gardner.
And she's athletic, but she was never a shot blocker. That's not who she is. She can get you some, but that's not her game.
Ready to get after it. Playing her role out there.
You can truly see that she's feeling good. Comes up with the foul right there.
Really nice take, strong move to the basket. Kept the ball out just far enough out of the reach of the defense so they can't swat it away. She has so much length that she brings to this team on both sides of the ball. Let's just looking up and down the line of delivery. They are huge.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, they got length, size. And they can play both ways, offensively, defensively. A lot of them are 3-and-D players. Very versatile. Oh, Pryor getting gritty with Caitlin Clark. And it's a jump ball.
One thing that's so interesting about Pryor is she's just so feisty on the ball, trying to earn her spot on this roster, right?
Yeah, Pryor real smooth, man. She real smooth. She's a clever player too. So we're dealing with high IQ. That was smart. Caitlin was gonna beat her up. Caitlin was gonna beat her up in the post. Come on, son. Come on. That's 6'1" trying to do a freaking close shot against 6'11". That's 6'1" in trying to do a close shot against a 6'11" woman who can defend at least 3 positions. Like, come on, what are we doing, y'all? And they decided to bring her in. Over other bigs they could have had, y'all. A joke. You got to shoot that mid-range, Caitlin. Yeah, Chris DeMarco, you got to step up in the referee's face. This is like 3 calls that went against New York in a row. It seemed like everything is going against New York, and they're about to put the Fever in a bonus already. The Fever are going to be in a bonus pretty soon. So he has to get on the referees and just say, wait a second, what's going on here? Everything is going against us, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it. Yeah, Caitlin should have just shot it as soon as she caught it.
They continued to stay together last season through the tough times. It came up in a big way for them, although it didn't end the way that they wanted it to end. It was super impressive. Down low again.
There you go.
She was fouled by Billings.
Come on, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. And listen, Stephanie should have instructed them. Number one, you got to call a zone, but number two, Stephanie should have instructed them to catch it, to double her on the catch immediately. Someone has to shadow her, getting ready to front her as well, because that 6'11" Honshu got fadeaways. She got step backs, post step backs, fall aways. She got left hook, right hooks from 6 feet, 7 feet. Honshu got the whole package like Betty Hattar. The whole package, except she's a better three-point shooter than Betty Hattar. Betty is 6'10", Honshu is 6'11". Betty is a better defender than Honshu.
Sophie Cunningham to the floor, forces the offensive foul. That's what she's been doing all night.
Offensive foul, Garza
We talk so much about the shooting ability of Cunningham, but she is such a pesky defender.
Yeah, that's Sophie. Sophie is doing the dirty work.
Your game, absorbing contact. She does on that play.
Defensively, the Liberty has been good. They've held Indiana for 1 of 8 from the field.
Yo, they're already that's the bonus. They got the fever in the bonus super quick. That's what, 5 team fouls already? Or maybe they got one more. Okay. Yo, that's crazy.
Ashley Owusu for the New York Liberty won a gold medal with Team USA in the 2021 FIBA AmeriCup.
William Boston's teammate, right?
Yes. Cunningham. It's the 3. That one is out. The ball's going to go the other way. 6:43 remaining in the third quarter. 55-50, a 5-point lead for the Indiana Fever. Cunningham
That's Sophie lurking.
the bounce back
Nice.
to Raven Johnson. Cunningham
Nice, Raven. Nice.
that was too easy.
Nice. You got to remember, Raven Johnson led the nation in assist to turnover ratio. She is going to make the right decisions.
Being guarded by Simpson. Trying to get it to Maley. She does.
Kick that back to Han.
Through the screen, double team, tied up, and it's going to be a jump ball. Nice defense from the Fever.
They've been flying around, communicating.
Maley thought it was a possession arrow, y'all.
What's up, Bailey? But look, flying around here, Cunningham is great defensively. Just has a nose for the basketball.
That was a great decision by Raven, because that was going to get blocked.
The basket, getting rewarded. Defense to offense there for the Fever.
And the New York Liberty
Yeah, Sophie gets a gold star, y'all. My only complaint is she got to tighten her handle up. Tighten her handle up. But so far, Sophie gets a gold star.
Right? Same principles have to apply. Staying patient with the basketball on the offensive end. Don't just throw it away, but value these possessions against a gritty defensive team in the Fever. They're gonna
Okay, so she put in Justine Passat.
highlight that versatility that they have.
It's clear she has Kayana Traylor on timeout, on punishment. Kayana Traylor's in a doghouse, the bad doghouse. There you go, Raven. There you go. So we finally seen her on offense score, which is great. So far, Raven got a gold star, just like Sophie. I just want to see an outside shot from Raven.
nice dish. Puts it up and in.
That was a beautiful cut. A little miscommunication on the backside, releasing the cutter. She just cut the flow off. It's going to get a tight leg.
Nice, Timmons. Nice.
Base and drills it.
One thing about Christy Curry guards, they're going to have elite skills getting their own shot.
61-52, 5:33 in the third quarter.
Nice job, Johnson. Attacking, absorbing. Might look like a little contact underneath the basket, but then this is a great pass on the cutter to find Erdogan. He's doing a nice job of moving without the basketball.
They're going. Raven Johnson guarding her. Staying close to her. They're going very shifty. The bounce pass to Pryor.
Oh, you got to call that.
As Johnson was all over that one as well.
You have to call that.
Pryor some problems this game.
That's just her identity. That's what she does. She's so strong. You think you need to step around Johnson, and she just muscles up in great conditioning.
Next time with something like that,
Coming into this league, I think she's gonna really make an
hold
impact
up.
for the
Yeah,
Fever.
you got to pull that.
The three.
There you go.
Doesn't get it to fall.
Yeah, you got to pull that. Next time, Pryor should do a fall away, right? So next time, Pryor should do a fall away. If she comes across that again, I think a fall away would have been a lot better in that situation. But yeah, you got to understand, Mally was just playing in Australia. Like Mally and Han Shu, they're oiled up, y'all. They're oiled up. They're oiled up. They're ready to go. Raven ready to go. Raven literally just what, a week ago, a week and a half ago was just in the Natty game. So Raven is still oiled up.
WNBL first team selection in 2025 and 26 led the WNBL with 14.4 points per game and set the WNBL single game scoring record with 65 points. And Dom, this was done on April 10th, 2026. So there's no doubt that she can score the
Yeah,
basketball.
Kayana Trailer is in a doghouse, y'all. That chick in the doghouse. The bad doghouse.
To make those shots. To actually hit those shots and score 65 points is remarkable in a game. And it just speaks to what she can do.
Unnecessary. Unnecessary.
I think a great addition for the Liberty.
Unnecessary, Passat. That's a bad shot selection.
I did. Ask me where. In my dream.
That sounds accurate.
Owusu took it in and she's fouled. And that's going to take us to our break, 61 to 55.
Yeah, that woman right there. Y'all see that black woman right there? That's a 6'2" Kaomi McMiller. A 6'1", 6'2". I'm talking about handles, Kaomi, Kennedy, Kelsey. That's who she is. Like, them handles nasty. And she got nasty snatchbacks and step backs and side steps. This chick filthy with it. Filthy. And she's a damn good facilitator. She do crazy Marine Johannes passes. That's another one. She just had to get her conditioning right and lose some weight. So she's been overseas. She's lost some weight. And now she's ready to go. So she's ready to go. Her issue was that she couldn't control her weight. So she was a big girl, like heavy, like a lot of weight. But with the skills of Kennedy, with the skills of Kelsey Mitchell, the skills of Kaomi McMiller, the vision and creativity with the basketball in terms of passing like Marine Johannes, the crazy step back, snatch back game of Caitlin Clark. That's Ashley Owusu. She was just kind of fat. She was a 6'2". I don't want to be disrespectful, but she was overweight, y'all. She was overweight and her conditioning wasn't right. So she had to get all that worked out. So one thing I will say what Caitlin did for this league, and you do have to credit Angel, but one thing she did was that she allowed a lot of people to see women for the first time that they didn't hear about. So you're gonna see Ashley Owusu, and you're gonna have to do your research and start watching highlights of her in college. And you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Like, that is absolutely amazing. Hold up, y'all. Let me do this real quick. So I have to do this because YouTube just put a message across the screen. We've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. If you plan to continue, please ensure that the content owner has added your channel to their allow list. So I'm going to do this for right now. Someone could have complained, right? Because we're almost close to 4 quarters into this game. And so someone probably was hating on my channel, was like, I want to report this channel that they're showing this game and they're not supposed. It's probably one of these other YouTubers hating. They might be hating. It might be some other YouTubers hating y'all right now. They probably hating because they're not doing their live stream like this, showing you the actual game. And so I got some YouTubers hating right now. It's some YouTube. Just think, y'all, we're getting close to the 4th quarter, and they never sent this message across the screen. They seeing close to 1,000 people up in here, and there's some YouTubers hating. They start reporting the channel. Crazy, y'all. The jealousy, crazy. Jealousy, crazy. So she's done. 16 points. That's Ashley right there. There goes Satu. I wonder if Satu will ever grow her hair back. Come on, Raven. Come on, Raven. Get that back. Good pass. Good pass, Justine. Nice pass. All right. Yeah, nice pass. So she's at the free throw line. I'm going to turn it back on after she makes her free throw or misses it. This is how you're able to beat the system. So you got to be in and out with it, y'all. In and out. So after she misses, or after this attempt, I'll turn the camera back on. All right, she made it. Let's go. Yeah. So that's 6'1", 6'2", Ashley Owusu. Nasty handle. Put that up. Put that up. Rebecca, what are you doing? Yeah, the Fever in a 3-2. All right. I'll turn it back on after this inbound play. I'll turn it back on now. That was a good pass, Justine. You made up for that poor three-point shot you shot earlier. You made up for it. Yo, Chris DeMarco lose this game after all these championships he got with Golden State. The Golden State Warriors. Shame on you, Chris DeMarco. Shame on you. Okay, so Justine Passat is at the free throw line because they're in the bonus. Both teams are in the bonus right now. So I'll turn the camera back on after these free throw attempts. I have to beat this because a YouTuber reported my channel for live streaming his game. And so YouTube put a message across my screen saying that, you know, they could temporarily block this video. All right, let's go. All right, so our first Megan McConnell sighting. Kayana Traylor is in the doghouse. There we go. Get that to Ashley Wu. Oh, no, I'm thinking, what am I thinking about? There we go. Now, listen, Christy Curry, Alabama, all her guards can do you filthy on offense. That's the way Christy trained you. If you're a guard for Alabama, well, now she's with USF, you're going to be elite. You're going to have nasty handles, nasty creativity, and you're going to be able to shoot. Okay? So, yeah, Timmons, elite, right? That's the way Christy Curry trains you on offense. If you want a WNBA ready game on offense as a guard, you might want to go to USF. You might want to go to USF. That's like recent players, Sarah Ashley Barker, Aaliyah Nye, okay? All right, hold up. Okay, Kayana Traylor is out of the doghouse. About to put her back in the game. Nice little hang dribble. Nice hang dribble. I would like for Megan to stick on the team, but as a developmental player, because she has so much potential and she looks so good, y'all, for marketing purposes. I make no apologies about marketing, right? This is a business at the beginning, middle, and end of the day, and I would like to see someone as good looking as someone as beautiful as her selling Fever gear, Fever merchandise. I will not apologize for it. That's a damn good looking woman, and I want to see her on magazines and billboards and commercials. It is what it is. All right, so I'll turn it back on after her free throw attempts. All right, let's go. She missed it. Fever got the rebound. There you go, Kayana. No mistakes, Kayana. No mistakes. No mistakes. No mistakes. Kayana was just cooking Rebecca Gardner and Athletes Are Limited. All right. Let me do this. And I think it was a foul. So they're at the free throw line again, I believe. Okay, Monique is at the free throw line. I'll turn it back on once she's done with her attempts. Yeah. So that was a defensive 3 in the key. 3 in the key. All right, let's 3 in the key, ladies and gentlemen. 3 in the key. It's not my fault. I got some jealous YouTubers, man. They complained. Here we go. Nice shot. She had 2 options. She could have pulled it or kicked it to Kiana in the corner. That was either way. It was a win-win. It was a win-win. See that bad vision? She was supposed to do a behind the back bounce pass to Han Shu, or just over the shoulder behind herself to Han Shu. Or she could have went technical, standard, traditional, fundamental, and kicked it to Han Shu. Know your personnel, that includes your teammates. Han Shu could shoot threes. That's terrible decision making. Bad vision. Bad vision. So what we're seeing with the Indiana Fever is some hybrid zone out of the 2-3 that Han Shu is in there. That's what we're witnessing with the Fever. When Han Shu was out, they was in a 3-2 zone with man-to-man or woman-to-woman principles. They're in a 2-3 with woman-to-woman principles with Han Shu in there. Okay, let's go. Nice in and out on Han Shu. She just missed it. I'm not mad at that. Nice left hand. Nice left hand from Justine. All right. So it looks like they're going to the free throw line. I'll turn it back on when she's done with her attempts. She's at the free throw line. One more free throw to go, y'all. One more free throw to go. I think that's Ashley Owusu that just checked in, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Yo, they're taking a long time to shoot this free throw. Damn. All right, there we go. Let's go. Yeah, they were all out of sorts. At this point, they should have been running some cornering threes, some pin downs, at least 2 screens simultaneously, starting really probably off of a hot pick and roll. Because New York is playing woman to woman. They're switching everything, at least on that possession. There you go. Get that back up. Get that back up. That's a win. That's a win situation. That's 6'11" going up against 6'3", and she's not being held back. See, that's 2 bad passes from Kiana Traylor. That's 2 of them. So Kiana has to start doing good things to stand out with these little bit of minutes she's going to get. She has to do something because this is a bad first game for her. Bad first game. She need to do something. There you go. She's Kiana Traylor, Kelsey Mitchell, and Kennedy Carter are arguably the fastest women in this league. Kiana's first step is crazy. So it looks like she's going to get Kiana out of this game and put in Shatori, which is stupid. But it's because of that bad pass Kiana made. And maybe she feels she can get that offense from Timmons that Kiana could give her instead. So yeah, get it back to Kiana. Kiana is good. She could facilitate. She's just freaking out right now. She needs to slow down, calm down. Yeah, she blow by her nasty. Nice, nice, Monique, but you got to make that. See, when you playing bad like this, like Kayana, you got to make up for it on defense. And if you got a mismatch, you got to take it. I thought Kayana should have scored again. Nice. Nice. Don't matter that she missed that. That was nice. You see those hustle plays from Pryor? Dug in there, got the rebound, went and got fouled, going to the free throw line. All of these little plus plays, man. I'll turn it back on when she's done at the free throw line. 1.6 seconds left. Damn, did they call a timeout with 1.6 seconds left? Oh, she challenged. Oh, no. Okay, that's a reckless closeout. That's a reckless closeout. So maybe Chris challenged it. Maybe they thought it was a common foul and he challenged for a reckless closeout. Okay. So I'm not doing all that. You know, these reviews take forever when they shouldn't. Yeah. Didn't give her space to land. So, yeah, they should get that and they'll get the basketball back. They'll get the basketball back. No. It was a reckless closeout. Breonna Stewart and John Quill. It was a reckless closeout. It was. Let's call it what it is. And it shouldn't take that long to review that either. Yeah, y'all gotta hurry up, y'all. So for everyone talking about the WNBA doesn't want anyone shorter than 5'8" in his league, that's clearly not true. That's why there is no excuse for Rory Harmon to have fell as low as she did in a draft. You understand? If you could hoop the WNBA, they don't care if you're 5'3" or 5'4", they're gonna put you in this league. All right, I'll turn it back on once they inbound it. So she putting Raven back in for this final possession. And Kayana might get waived after this game, y'all. It's sad to say, but I think if they plan on for the next 2 games playing Lexi Hall, they got to get rid of someone. They got to start waiving people now, and I think they might want to keep Megan. Or the way it's looking like they're going to keep Megan and Timmons and add her with Justine Passat as a developmental player. And so you're battling. Kayana is battling against Megan and Timmons. So yeah, that's bad. That's bad. But it is what it is, man. When I counted 5 bad plays from Kayana. Really, I could say 6 because I felt like, she had an opportunity to score again and she passed it up. So, yeah, that's bad. You can't get to this big league and then get nervous. That chick murdering chicks overseas was murdering chicks and Athletes Unlimited. And now here's your opportunity. That's the only reason why they brought you back in this league, because they saw what you did in Athletes Unlimited. And you get on the big stage and you peeing on yourself like this, like you pissing in your pants. Come on, man. Come on, son. Like, that's crazy. Yo, this is the longest road. Like, what are they doing, dog? This is why it's hard to watch WNBA games sometimes, because these stupid officials. It shouldn't take that long to review things. Damn. Hurry up. Go. Go. Damn. It'd be taking them 1,000 years just to review something. Jesus. Now we got to go to commercial. Yeah, that's crazy, dog. That's why some of these games are so hard to digest, dog. So they're a commercial right now. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Crazy. But that's the situation, yo. That's the situation. You say, what do you do in the fourth quarter? Well, the Liberty are down 6 points. The Liberty are down 6 points. Maybe he still wants to work out a few players, a few rotations, a few lineups. How does Chris get back in the game? He has the pieces for him to do it. How does the Fever go home with momentum, with great energy and great spirits? You know, the Fever got to keep up the pace. I don't. If they're gonna, I would say, put Han Shu in some ball screens and get downhill. So, because it's clear they don't have anyone on the inside that could defend once you bring Han Shu out. So that's what I would say. Get downhill, some pick and roll high ball screens, get downhill, pass it off to cutters or pass it off to someone in the corner for a three. That's one way. Make sure that you put Han Shu on a ball screen where she switches on to a wing or a shooting guard and take her off the dribble. So that's another way. And like I said, keep digging in there, help defense, passing lanes, being a disruptor, getting out in transition, but keeping that pace up. So that's one way the Fever could continue to win this game. For New York Liberty, keep going to Han Shu. They have no one who can stop her. And then I would say for New York, try to get a mismatch between your guards, especially Ashley Owusu going up against Monique Billings or Michaela Timpson. And I will also say they can exploit the weaker guards or defenders the Fever have, like Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. You can drive on her, and there's nothing she can really do about it. And the same thing with Timmons and Megan McConnell. Now, Raven is going to present a problem for you, so you can't do that to Raven. And you won't be able to do that to Kayana Traylor either. She's a very good defender. I would like to see her trust Kayana in this fourth quarter to just work out the kinks. And I'm only saying this because I know they're going to cut her. I hope they don't, but I know they will. So I just want at least Kayana to have a good fourth quarter for another team. I feel bad for my girl, but I can't feel bad for her because she blew an opportunity. All right, let's go. Nice shot. That's that 6'3" wingspan. What she got? What, a 6'3" wingspan? That's that 6'3" wingspan, y'all. Come on, Kayana. Come on. Like, fight for your life, chick. You got 9 minutes, 34 seconds. Fight for your life. Come on, baby. Yeah, they have no defense for that. That chick is not held back by Sandy anymore. And watch Marine Johannes. There you go, Passat. There you go. So somehow Kayana got to get out of that hole. She has a nasty minus. So she got to find a way to get out of that hole, y'all. Give it to her. Give it to her, Shatori. Hurry up. There you go. Kick it back. Give it back. Y'all clearly see I'm trying to get Kayana. There you go. Take her off the dribble. Take her off the dribble. Get to the free throw line. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's my girl. We gonna get you out of that doghouse. We gonna get Kayana out of that doghouse, y'all. We're getting my girl Kayana out of that doghouse. All right. Let me wait till after these free throw attempts. Major free throw. All that counts to getting you out of that minus and getting you into the plus. Make your second free throw. Make your second. So that's 4 points for her. And both times she drew a foul. Hit that, hit that, hit that. Ah! Oh! Oh! I'm trying to get my girl out the doghouse, y'all. Good defense. Get it back to Kayana. Blow by, blow by. I told you how fast she is. Save yourself. Save yourself. There you go. There you go. Get back to the free throw line. The second one for Shatori. All right. Well, I am trying so hard to help my girl. And look, Shatori, like, y'all not about to wave me. You're not about to wave me. I promise you this, Shatori. That's nice, Shatori. That's 2 3 the hard way plays from her. That's 2 3 the hard way plays from Shatori. Come on, let's go. That was a good one from Fowler. Let's go. No hesitation. No hesitation from Passat. No hesitation. You don't have to worry about her getting waived. They already signed her to be a project player, developmental player. So don't worry about her. The people y'all should focus on is Megan McConnell, Kayana Traylor, and Timmons. Those are the players who are on the bubble. Those are the 3 players trying to fight for a job. They're not going to waive Ty Harris. I don't think they're going to waive Shatori. But the 3 players who are on the bubble, who are fighting for a playoff roster spot is Timmons, Kayana Traylor, and Megan McConnell. Right? So those are the 3. Right now, so far, Timmons looks great. McConnell hasn't done anything wrong. She just hasn't scored or did anything on defense, but she hasn't done anything wrong. So the one who looks bad is Kayana, but I mean, you listen, she got 4 points. She and she drew what? I think she drew 2 fouls. So she's working her way, but I would say Timmons and Shatori looks better. And I can't blame Megan for anything. She didn't have a lot of minutes and she didn't do anything wrong. So, yeah, there's that. They're a commercial break, y'all. Commercial break. Now, is it wrong that Ty Harris' job is guaranteed? I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I think everyone should have to earn it if you're not the core 4. The core 4, well, obviously Monique Billings. So I would say the core 5 because they're not going to waive Monique Billings because they gave her too much money. So if you're not Aaliyah, Monique, Caitlin, Lexi, Sophie, Kelsey, Mitchell, or is that 6? If you're not those 6 players, I think you should have to earn it. But because she already coached Ty Harris with Connecticut, she's just going to keep Ty Harris, even though Ty Harris isn't a better player. Listen, in terms of overall offensive game, she's not better than Kayana. She's a better 3-point shooter than Kayana. Ty Harris isn't a better defender than Kayana. Right? So, anyway, I think Ty Harris should have been able to earn it. I don't think you should just give her that spot. Yo, they need to hurry up, son. I ain't got time for all that. Hurry up. They need to hurry up. All of these damn commercials, man. Just like a trillion commercials. A trillion commercials, man. There we go. Yup. Took Kayan out of the game. Yeah, Timmons looked like she traveled, but that was a good makeup from her. See, once again, like I said, Pryor has to learn fallaways. Yeah, look at that. That's three. That's three. And that's a veteran play. That's a WNBA champion play. Okay. Shatori is a champion. That's a veteran play, y'all. This chick Shatori has three, y'all. Three the hard way plays. Okay. Okay. Like, that's serious. 3 and 1s. 3 and 1s in this game. That doesn't happen all of this. And she completed all 3 and 1s. She just made the free throw shot. This chick Shatori got three the hard way plays in this game, y'all, and converted all 3 free throw attempts. Her plus minus is out of this world. That plus minus gotta be crazy. Nice ball control. Nice, Raven. In traffic, in chaos. And was rewarded. They're not cutting Shatori. Shatori's not getting cut. She's not getting cut, and I don't think they're gonna cut Timmons. It's clear who's gonna get cut, y'all. It's clear. It's clear. It's gonna be Kayana. I think Kayana, well, they could keep Kayana and develop her, but they might want to keep Megan. But it's pretty clear that it's Megan and Kayana won't be on the opening day roster. They won't make the final cut. That's clear. Because they're going to keep Timmons. They're keeping Timmons. They're keeping Shatori. They've already decided to develop Passat. And so to me, it's Kayana and McConnell. One of those two are getting waived. Yeah, one of those two players are getting waived. Timmons took Kayana's spot, y'all. Timmons took Kayana's spot. Why? Because Timmons wasn't nervous. She didn't enter this game nervous with jitters. Kayana entered the game with jitters. And the fact is that Kayana is a professional hooper. She had 2 prior opportunities in the W with Chicago, where she should have never been cut from Chicago. Chicago, Minnesota. She's been overseas. She played in Athletes Unlimited, which was their best year ever because they had 36 flat-out WNBA players. They have 40 players. 36 was 100% WNBA players, and Kayana was looking elite. That's why she back in this league. But she entered this game with jitters, nervous, and Timmons didn't look nervous at all. Timmons didn't look nervous at all. Timmons outplayed Kayana Traylor. And people didn't see that coming. People didn't see that coming. She outplayed Kayana Traylor, y'all. Let's just call it what it is. So, who do you keep as a developmental player? Because one of them won't be on the opening day roster, Megan or Kayana. Do you keep Megan and develop her? She's marketable. She has potential, right? And she's also a professional. Or do you keep Kayana Traylor, who's a professional also, and she's marketable, because Kayana isn't ugly either. But at least Kiana could say, wait a second, y'all. At least I could say I left the game with some stats. At least I could say I left the game with some stats. Megan didn't give you any stats. So Kiana has that going for her. At least I got an assist and I got 4 points. And I got to the free throw line. She got turnovers and made some bad decisions, but at least she could say that. Megan could say, I didn't get any opportunities. They gave me like 3 minutes. So Megan could be like, wait a second, y'all gave me like 3 minutes. That's not good enough. All right, let's go. Man, come on, son. Let's go. Oh, Megan back in the game, y'all. Megan back in the game. Kiana not in the game. So let's see. Come on, Megan. Come on, Megan. You got 5 minutes, 47 seconds. That's not your fault. That's Timmons' fault. Told you, Ashley Owusu nasty. She just got to make that. Nice way to reject the screen. Didn't I tell y'all? Oh my gosh, Molly did KK filthy. That's 2 bad plays in a row from KK. Molly filthy with it. Filthy. I told y'all KK is not a good defender. She's a good shot blocker. Just because you can block shots doesn't mean that you can defend. Okay? Right? There's levels to it. Be smart. Be smart. Kick it back out, Shatori. Yeah, she should have kicked that back out. That's 2 plays I saw from Shatori where I felt she was selfish. Right? She should have kicked that back out. Nah, Ashley, nice. Nah. Get that back. Nice. I told you, listen, KK sucks, y'all. KK sucks, and I told y'all that. Listen, man. Just because you could jump out the gym and can block some shots doesn't mean you're a good defender. She's not a good defender, and I told y'all that. And they're going to regret not keeping Brianna Turner. They're going to regret it. They're gonna regret. They're gonna regret not keeping Brianna Turner, y'all. They're gonna regret it. Brianna Turner is better than Michaela Timpson on offense and defense. Michaela can just jump really high, and she's a better shot blocker, but she's not a better low post defender, high post defender, on ball defender, perimeter defender. She doesn't have a higher IQ than Brianna Turner. She's not a better facilitator than Brianna Turner. She's not a better screener than Brianna Turner. She just isn't. She isn't, y'all. So they're going to regret not keeping her. It was like, well, Michaela can jump out of the gym and she intimidates people when they go into the paint for a layup. Okay, that doesn't mean you're a good defender. It just means you're an intimidator. You're a deterrent to some degree, but not when you're facing someone skilled. So, yeah. This is for the people who was clapping when they didn't bring back Brianna Turner. Brianna Turner is an activist. She wants peace, love, and unity. Get her out of this league. It's disgusting. And now you're stuck with a woman who can jump really high. She can jump high. Come on, Megan. Come on, Megan. There you go. Good decision. There you go. There you go, Raven. Raven just making the right reads, y'all. Raven, oh, she's about to put Kiana back in the game. Raven gets a gold star like Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, so they're calling that on Raven. Raven gets a gold star. All right, y'all. I got to try to beat it. Raven goes to the bench. They put her on the bench. They put it in Kiana. You can't afford her to get injured. You can't afford for Raven to get injured. And so now she's coaching Raven up, just encouraging her, motivating her. All right. Let's go. There you go. There go my girl, Kayana. Fight for your life, Kayana. Fight for your... I told y'all, Kayana is just a taller Kelsey Mitchell, except she's a better defender and she's a better facilitator. Just remember, y'all, she had the jitters, y'all. She had the jitters. Looked like she worked out the jitters. Mally burning them, y'all. Mally is... Okay, so that's... So far, there's 3 turnovers from Kayana. That was bad. That was bad. There you go. There you go, Megan. Don't mess up her knees. Don't mess up them cute little knees. She don't need them Lexi Hall knees. Lexi Hall knees look crazy. All right. Oh, nice clutch, Molly. Nice clutch layup. Nice clutch. All right, let's go. Nice shot, Shatori. Yeah, Shatori clearly making a squad. She's clearly making a squad. Yeah. Shoot right over him. Get to the free throw line. That's a chick that's 5'8" on you. All right. I'll turn it back on when she... All right, they called a timeout. 2 minutes, 41 seconds left. Stephanie is motivating, encouraging Michaela Timpson right now. Michaela had a rough game, y'all, but that was still a nice little layup. Nice little layup. So what I've seen from Kayana is 3 turnovers. I've seen 3 turnovers from her. And I saw her not be aggressive at least twice on offense. But I'm not mad at everything else. What I'm seeing from Megan is she's fighting tooth and nail. And she's hustling really hard. She got caught up in one bad play, but I think Megan needs to at least put up some type of points in these last 2 minutes. I would like to see her attempt a 3, get downhill, get a layup, something. Like, you want to see her get on a stat sheet, Megan McConnell. So get a steal, maybe get 2 quick assists. If you get an open shot, take it. I want to see Megan get on the stat sheet. There you go. You got to shoot that. Okay, pull up. There you go. Nice. All right, so she's on a stat sheet. Oh, was that a foul? Was that an offensive foul? All right. Did they call that? Did they call a moving screen? Oh my gosh, y'all. The Fever are beating them by 20 points. What the hell? Oh my gosh, Chris DeMarco, shame on you. Shame on you, Chris DeMarco. That's crazy. That's crazy. You just came over from the NBA. You've been with the Warriors through all them championships. And you got the better roster in terms of top talent. Shame on DeMarco. That's crazy. That's embarrassing. That dude got outcoached by Stephanie White. That dude got outcoached by Stephanie White, y'all. I don't care that it's a preseason game. That dude has multiple championships with the Warriors as an assistant coach. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Stephanie outcoached that dude. There you go, Megan. Oh. Yeah, keep your head on the swivel. Keep your head on the swivel. Okay, Timmons. She should have just went basic, but it called the foul. She should have went basic. She hit it with the little clutch reverse layup. She should have went basic. Sometimes you got to go basic, man. And that's when you got to do CLA, constraints-led approach. So she really should have went with the right hand. You understand? She should have went with the right hand. She thought Mally was going to block it if she went with a traditional left-hand layup on the left side. So constraints-led approach in situations like that, you got to go with the right hand on the left side. So what she did, she hit it with a clutch reverse layup, but that's a little bit too rich. That's too rich. You understand? So you got to go traditional sometimes. And if you're worried that Mally was too close and she might block it with the left hand, you got to go CLA. And that means you got to go with the right hand. So if you're on the left side of the rim, you go up with your right. If you're on the right side of the rim, you go up with your left. If you're worried, if there's some consternation that you might get blocked. You understand? So, yeah. Let's go. She should have rejected that screen because she would have had Michaela Timpson, and that would have been a mismatch. So Ashley should have rejected that screen. All right, it's sloppy right now. I don't think he should have called that foul. That should have been a jump ball. Yeah, Ashley was supposed to reject that screen. If she would have rejected that screen, she would have had Michaela Timpson with a 1x1 opportunity. And Michaela sucks on defense. So that was a bad decision. They go back to the film room and he should break that down. One of the assistant coaches should tell her that. Anytime you have an option on a screen where if you reject the screen and you have a big, take the rejection. Take the rejection. Don't take the screen. Take the rejection. So that's on Ashley. If she make this chick 100% from the free throw line. Oh, no. And look, he got a technical foul. He got a technical foul. You should have got there earlier in the game when it was clear that they were giving all the calls to the Fever. You should have got there earlier on in the game. Yeah, that dude got out-coached, embarrassed. And it was all because Clara Wu Tsai and all of them, they wanted to go more NBA, and they wanted someone who could run motion and 5 out a lot better than Sandy. Sandy's complaint was that, they wanted her to go more NBA last season, so she went 5 out. But Sandy is saying she didn't have the roster to do 5 out because Jonquel Jones isn't traditional. She's not a traditional 5 out player. Plus the other pieces they had were Emma Mieseman. So that was one of Sandy's complaints, was that they didn't really have a roster truly for a 5 out, at least with their front court players, except for Stewie. Come on, Megan. Stayed on it. Stayed on it. Fight through that screen. All right. I'll turn it back on when she's done making her free throws. So, Fever fans, what should you be pissed about? You should be pissed that they decided to sign Maisha Hines-Allen and Monique Billings instead of signing Han Shu, right? Because Han Shu was there for the taking. She was there for the taking, y'all. Y'all could have offered Han Shu $500K a year, $600K. Y'all could have had Han Shu. Y'all could have gave Han Shu what you gave Monique Billings. So the Fever fans should be pissed that they're seeing a 6'11" player who can play who can play at all 3 levels on offense. They should be pissed. Nice pass, Megan. Nice. Megan fighting for her life, y'all. You got 1:16 left, Megan. Fight for your life. Oh, nice. There you go. Bring that up. Bring that up. I don't think you need to do anything. Don't be desperate. Game already won. So I don't want you to see that's another bad pass from Kayana. Now, you could blame maybe KK for that she wasn't paying attention, but like, take your time, man. Don't rush anything. Like, for Kayana, you already in a negative. These little 50-something seconds, man, don't get more in a negative. Yeah, they're cooking them right now. All right, I want to see Megan put up a shot, baby. But Megan is like, I ain't doing nothing that's going to jeopardize. Like, Megan doing everything the right way. Oh, they called Kayana for that. But at least you like the effort. At least you like, that's what the coaches want to see. They want to see some effort. But that's a foul, so that's gonna keep her in a negative. Plus minus is mainly an offensive stat, but it's inclusive as well. So, oh, she got fouled. Okay, good. So let's get 6 points.
Late in the preseason, but he just wanted constant communication, controlling what they can control, and that is
So far she made all her free throws. Y'all see how I'm biased towards Kayana, but I want Megan on the team too. So I'm fighting tooth and nail for Kayana though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all don't worry. I think my girl gonna get cut, but at least she can say I made all my free throws.
17 seconds remaining in the game. Not sure if they're going to look to score. Wusu to Han. Han trying to go for it. Gives the ball up. Pryor to Melee, the shot. Doesn't get it to fall. Wusu dives.
There's nothing you can do.
absolutely.
Stephanie freaking White. Stephanie freaking White, y'all. Stephanie freaking White just obliterated an NBA coach. And he was next up in NBA circles like Nate Tibbetts was before Nate Tibbetts just didn't want to wait. So Nate Tibbetts was the golden boy. He was next up, but he didn't want to wait. So he jumped at the Mercury job and got paid a lot of money. And the same with DeMarco. DeMarco was next up. He didn't want to wait. He didn't want to wait. And now it's just a preseason game, but I don't care. I don't care, y'all. I do not care. You were never supposed to look that bad with the type of roster you have. Let me see some real quick. What are we doing? What's coming on next? I thought all day was supposed to be preseason games on Ion. Maybe I was wrong. Oh, man, that's it? All right, let me go to the Fire Stick real quick and put in my information so we could watch these preseason games on the WNBA app. Because some of y'all probably overseas, y'all probably don't have the WNBA app. So let me cover the camera real quick. Let me go to the Fire Stick and we can do that. We can do that, y'all. We can do that. We can do that. All right, so I got to do this. I got to put in the proper information. That was a good game, man. I think a lot of people might have to apologize to Stephanie White. There was a lot of people hating on Stephanie, y'all. And Stephanie showed you with a freaking hospital team. That chick was one game away from the WNBA Finals. If it wasn't for that bogus call, if it were not for that freaking bogus call, Aaliyah Boston, they called that bogus call on Aaliyah Boston. That was cold-blooded. Okay, so we got the Sky and the Mercury. Damn, I forgot. I could have just cast it through, I could have just cast it on the TV. My bad, y'all, from the phone. All right.
All alone by yourself in the paint there.
How do I take it off of,
the full roster today? As we talked about, if you tuned in late, no Courtney Vandersloot, no Azrae Stevens, no Maddie Westbeld as well. Dejanay Carrington still recovering. Elizabeth Williams as well, not with the team today. So Cardoso kind of.
Oh, my bad, y'all. I went. All right, so we're live, right?
With Skylar Diggins.
Okay. Are we live?
Vandersloot as well, when she's back. She and Azrae sitting next to each
All
other
right.
on the bench along with Maddie. We didn't talk much about DJ Carrington yet as well. Skylar Diggins said it's going to be seatbelt season.
Damn, boy. That look bad, y'all. This don't even look like 720p. Oh, that's gross. Yo, this isn't even 720p, y'all. It's bad. So I'm glad the WNBA is bringing the game to other regions, other states. Yo. I'm going to... Hold up, y'all. I can't... I don't know what the hell is that all about. But that's pretty bad. I mean, it just is. That's pretty bad, y'all. To me, that looks 480p. That looks 360p. So I don't know what's going on with Fire Stick, but that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let me go to Prime real quick. Damn, that's disgusting. That's crazy. Man, people really owe Stephanie White an apology again. These people got to apologize to Stephanie White again.
And you notice on the Phoenix side of things, speaking of players not beginning the half on the
Oh, this is just the way it looks. Because I'm not even on a Fire Stick anymore. I'm just straight up on Prime Video. Well, this looks a little bit better than the Fire Stick. But this still isn't 720p. This is like 680p. Damn, I missed the whole first half.
Sheldon getting some more run now at the point guard duties. You have so much depth at the guard spots this year if you're this guy.
Yeah, that's bad. You got to be patient, Rachel. Rachel too old for that. Rachel too old for that. You got to be patient, Rachel. No. You just hold it. Just hold it, Rachel. You're too old for that. You know better than that.
That's that timing you talked about, playing a game early on in training camp. We talked about the reasons why you do it. You bring a crowd in like this one that's sold out in 7 minutes in a packed house, but still getting the timing down from a team chemistry standpoint.
I do not like those new uniforms for the Mercury. They just look too basic.
And I'm sure that she's got some fans and families close enough to make the trip to South Dakota from her hometown.
We talked about it, this state kind of an extension of the Iowa fan base, Creighton fan base, Nebraska fan base. Williams, a little bit of a heat check for her. He goes down. Kiana Williams having a good game, trying to make this Phoenix roster. Played 11 games last year with the team.
Well, she's a career 37% three-point shooter, very smart player. It's a point guard who can knock down those threes.
Floater.
Nice. That's a runner.
Been doing that since her college days at Ohio
That's a runner. That's not a floater. Let's go.
Excited to see JC's sister Emmy games in Chicago this year. New threads for the Sheldon family.
Yeah, I do not like those uniforms. It's too basic, y'all. It looks factory. It has no personality. Because I see my girl Ashton Pretchell. Good rebound.
Jackson tried it to three, then the collision in the paint.
Challenge it.
And another one on Cardoso.
Challenge it. I would challenge it. All right.
Her sixth.
And I wasn't surprised that Tyler Marsh left her in after the fifth. Again, this is a preseason game.
All right, so my girl Sydney Cooks is in the game. So Sydney Cooks never gave up on her career. You talking about a woman from Michigan State, and then she goes to Mississippi State, and then she goes to Seton Hall, and then she goes overseas, and now she's in the league. And she's a 6'4" player who can hit the three. She can create her own shot off the dribble. She can beat you up in a low and high post. She just didn't quit. She didn't quit. Now, she's lost a lot of weight, but yeah, she didn't quit. That's her right there that just got the rebound.
Sydney Cooks has to be stronger with the ball. She did a great job of getting the rebound. She needs to be better at securing it if she wants to play at this level.
Sydney Cooks played in China last season. She played with Rukia Jackson at Mississippi State. And they were two of the leading scorers at Mississippi State when together. Also playing in some foul trouble is Preseason. She rolled to the rim that time and draws the foul.
It's not Preseason. Her name is Pretchel. It's like a Ryan Rucco be saying Duntis instead of Dantas.
The University of Chicago Medicine is proud to be the exclusive medical partner for your Chicago Sky.
Did y'all see? Did y'all just see how Ashton Pretchel, when she got fouled, how she was ready to get up in Camilla's face? Remember, I told y'all Ashton Pretchel is who you need on your team. That chick will choke you out. That chick will fight you. She'll do whatever it take. She don't play no games. She always ready for a fight. That white chick, that ginger chick, she ready for a fight at all times. So the Fever could have had her too, y'all. Like she ready for damage, she ready for smoke, she ready for everything. Ashton Pretchel. She with it all, y'all. That chick with anything you on, she on.
Played for the Connecticut Sun on his bench in addition to Coach LT.
Yeah. So that was in that other video. I said, damn, the Fever could have had Ashton Pretchel. Y'all talking about Caitlin needs an enforcer. That's her right here. Whatever type of time you on, whatever issue with, she with it too. She with it all, y'all. She with it all. Look at Tremel, y'all. Like she lost all that weight. She still got more to go, but I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her.
Chicago also needed to get better this season defensively as well, Jason. So to your point, I thought that Jeff Paddock.
All right, we got a Haley Van Lift sighting.
Job of addressing a lot of needs on both ends of the floor with all their offensive
Nice.
positions.
$11-3 for Phoenix on 21 attempts.
Yeah, he wants to get 63s a game. That's his goal, is to shoot 63s. Told you, Sydney Cooks. That's 6'4", y'all. That's 6'4".
6'4" and can stretch the D.
And she could put you on skates. That she got a nasty handle, y'all. Like Tara Reamer. She got a nasty handle.
Jimmy, you see several players on the floor right now who are trying to make their rosters, chasing their WNBA dreams. What's the balance of trying to impress versus not trying to do too much?
It's kind of like the opposite of what you do in an all-star game, right? You play an all-star game and you want to stand out, but what do players do in an all-star game to stand out? They just jack up shots.
Yeah, he should have never waived Coulibaly last season either. But anyway, she's back. But yeah, so yeah, the Fever could have scooped up Sydney Cooks. But it doesn't really matter, y'all. Who's better, Sydney Cooks or Monique? Sydney Cooks, because she's more versatile than Monique. But The Fever just needed 6'6" or taller. Let's call it what it is, y'all. I'm happy they got Raven. All right, so we got Jaquez in the game. I'm happy they got Raven. Raven proved that she belongs on the Fever, but the Fever needed a big, y'all. They needed a true big, y'all.
Which doesn't necessarily mean scoring. Rakia Jackson is leading all Sky players in the scoring category that are on the floor right now. She has 15.
Nice, Rakia.
Here she is, the pump, but got called for the travel that time. Other than that, her footwork has been splendid.
No, I'm not worried about that. I always said, I've been saying for about 7 years, I think that's a dated rule. And that's just on YouTube. I've been saying that before I ever jumped on YouTube in 2013. I think it's a dated rule. I think you should be allowed one step before you dribble. I do. It opens up the offense. It opens up the offense.
Bringing over the chemistry from LA. And again, they're such good friends off the floor, too. And she played against Camila Cardoso in the SEC, so she said
Shouldn't that be a media timeout?
Go up against
Yeah.
or just practice.
Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, I think it's a dated rule. I think it's a dated rule. I think you should be allowed one step before you dribble. Listen, the league, all of these leagues are allowing you to carry the basketball. There used to be a point in time you couldn't ever in your life have your hand nowhere near the side of the basketball. And that's why if you look at these old school NBA films and college basketball films, it looks so bad because they was real strict. Now, Allen Iverson made everyone, right? So Allen Iverson, when he came with his little crossover, he was carrying it, but the league allowed it. So that's when the league started to soften up and allow you to start cuffing that basketball a little bit. Now the league, the NBA and the WNBA and college basketball, I mean, we're witnessing 100% carrying, y'all, 100% carrying. But that's what they allow it. They wouldn't allow that stuff in the 80s. They wouldn't allow it in the 70s, right? Now they're allowing that stuff. So if you loosen the rules for carrying, cuffing a basketball, why are we still punishing players for taking one step before you dribble? Listen, that opens up the offense so much, even individually. There's so many moves you can do if you're allowed one step before you dribble, right? So I think it's a dated rule. I've been saying it. I was saying it before I ever jumped on YouTube, but it's a dated rule, I think. I think it's a dated rule, y'all. It's dated. Absolutely dated. There used to be a time when, they didn't allow a double step back. That was a time when they wouldn't allow you to do side steps. But seriously. So they loosened the rules. Loosen that rule, man. Let people take one step before they dribble. It's not even natural. It makes basketball robotic. It makes it rigid. That's not even natural, y'all. I pump fake on the perimeter. I should be able to take one step before I dribble that basketball. Pump fake, take that one step dribble. And then my snatchbacks and step backs even more deadly. Right? And you're punishing me for one step before I put the ball down? That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. It's just time to evolve, man. It's just time for that.
Jefferson moving to Sioux Falls in high school, across the court, right across from the Mercury bench. Nate's family, mom, brother, sister-in-law, wife, kids.
Yep, and it's so exciting to have them here and just watch Nate in action kind of thing, and just the family atmosphere up throughout the
Well, you got the Upshot League coming to the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming, all of that.
We talked about his dad, who was the National High School Coach of the Year in 1999. His dad passed away in 2008 of colon cancer. And but his brother Luke and his brother Luke has stayed here in South Dakota, but Nate's moved on, and what a coaching career he has had.
Coaching everywhere here in South Dakota before hitting the assistant ranks as Williams goes deep again. the assistant coaching ranks in the NBA before joining the Phoenix Mercury. And last year, in his second season with the Merc, Annie, as good a coaching job as you will see in the league.
Yeah, and he'd been in Orlando before he got the job, and Diana Taurasi was in her last year, and Brittany Griner was also with the Mercury, so it was his first year. He did a lot of homework, too, and really trying to study what the WNBA was, and now last year with the retirement of Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner moved on, and just kind of a new team. As we said, only 2 players returned from that first year of coaching.
And what he had to do with all of the new faces.
Oh, my.
Another long ball. And Phoenix just absolutely ringing up the deep stuff. There's Dunn.
Yeah, and yesterday in practice, they were doing...
Yeah, he wants to get 63s up a game.
Shooting high into the sky, basically, if you want to call it that.
So again, we mentioned Tibbetts in his 3rd year, first year, below 500, but takes the team to the WNBA playoffs. Last year, 2nd year, all the way to the finals, Annie. And you talk about all of the injuries, starting in the preseason training camp. The two returners you talk about, Ka and Mac, were both hurt.
Well, and what he said about last year and even this year is like the D-League.
Nice, Haley.
I mean, you've got players coming in and coming out. And certainly I want to mention, too, that...
nice, Haley.
Who is the associate head coach with Nate, is not here, as she was just inducted into the Virginia... Christy Tolliver. What am I saying? Christy Thomas. Christy Tolliver was just inducted in the Virginia Hall of Fame, and that's where she is this weekend. But just having her back on the bench
nice.
is a big plus.
Taylor all the way to the cup. So Copper has 4 long balls. Williams has 4 long balls. Preckle with a couple. And the Phoenix Mercury shooting over 50% from deep, and that's what Aileen does.
Yeah, such a good rebounder. And, you know, when she was drafted by Phoenix, she had been coming off the Pac-12 Player of the Year and also Defensive Player of the Year.
Nice little floater. Nice little left-hand floater. Let's go.
Aileen, number 2 in NCAA history in career double-doubles with 92 of them.
I mean, she just dominated the boards when she was in college.
Dugan, and now Aileen.
Oh, that's another travel. That's 2 travels. You got to call the first one. You got to call the first one.
You want to make the move when you get the ball in your hands, and there's a screen right there and a little floater.
You got to call the first travel. That chick traveled twice. Call it the first time. Damn.
Both teams that are trying to make a team, they want to show what they can do, and when they get the ball, they'd like to make something happen.
A couple of rookies for Chicago.
Nice, Taylor. Nice quick dribble.
Both coaches emptying the bench. Hawkes back rim off.
She got a good speed dribble, man.
We're getting deep in the 3rd period. Shepard making her first appearance of the game for Phoenix.
Watch your body language, Shepard.
Go against Chesky.
Look at Shepard body language. Watch your body language. People pay attention to that stuff.
She plays the game, though. She's very physical. One of those players at 5'7" has been told you can't do this, can't do that, but yet...
Like that look weak. You getting D'd up by Haley Van Lith and you putting your head down.
Yeah, she really made a name for herself.
Like, watch your body language, man. Damn.
Couple of years. Swarming defense by the Merc.
Nice, Taylor.
Long ball.
Nice.
Chicago's going to show they've got size inside when they get everybody in, and then also the 3-point shooting.
Taylor scored a ton in the Polish leagues that she came out of. Look at that defense up top, and...
You see Asia Shepard body language? It's all bad, y'all. It's all bad. She whiny. Her body language is whiny. It's whiny, y'all.
Hawkes knocks it out of bounds. So with 10 seconds on the shot clock, Chesky and the Merc will inbound.
Like, it just make her look fragile and soft.
Is Shepard.
It's like she don't want to be touched.
Chesky all the way to the rim and scores. Aileen finds her.
Yeah, she averaged 23 points in Indiana. Shot 45% from the 3-point range.
on the shot clock. Behind the back, Chesky playing the defense. They lead.
Nice, Haley. And they're allowing them to be physical, more physical in this game than that New York game. They weren't allowing physicality in that Fever Liberty game, but they're allowing physicality in this game.
Chesky didn't want the pick. Molly, lefty.
No, she tried to draw a foul. Nice.
Bullet pass.
Nice.
For the finish. Wow. And again, Chicago just hanging around. On the shot clock.
Yeah, they are really letting him play physical, y'all.
Chesky dumping it. Aileen and one.
Can he challenge that?
Wow. Chesky and Aileen.
Are they punishing her because her body was slightly tilted to the side?
To the ball and left.
I thought that was clean from Taylor.
Makes the shot.
See, this is an opportunity for you to challenge it to get your little game management skills ready. So this is just as important for coaches as it is for players. I thought he should have challenged that.
I'm not touching that one.
His young women. But the fact that, you know, they're figuring out where they need to be on the court to create the right spacing.
Seconds left in this third quarter.
Nice, Haley. No. Review it.
Chicago knocking down a couple threes at the end of quarters.
Come on. Long ball. Haley not playing with him, y'all, in that third quarter.
It's an 81-78 count with the Mercury leading.
Did she get that off, y'all? Yeah, she got that off. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Man, Haley not playing, y'all. Haley not playing with him. Haley dominated them little minutes she got that third quarter. Nice. Nice, Haley. But they said, Tyler Mars said that Haley was in Chicago in the off season. They said she stayed in the freaking gym. They said they was working with her on a lot of different things. They call her a gym rat, which is what she was. She was a gym rat in high school. So they say Haley was just always there. They say Maddie was there too, but Haley, they call her gym rat, which is what she was called in high school, a gym rat. She's always been like that. So far, it's paying off. She looked really good. I just caught this game in the third quarter. Haley looked nice. She looked nice. She looked real nice, and she's doing all that in traffic. Every point she scored was in traffic, right? It was heavily contested. It was physical. And so, yeah, I'm happy for her. Real happy for Haley, man. That's still a commercial. That's still on a freaking commercial break. But yeah, I'm super happy for her. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Hey, focus off. Yeah, just wrapping up some car shopping at Amazon Autos here. You buying a car right now? In the huddle? Yeah, but it...
Yeah, Amazon do got some good deals for cars. If you're shopping for cars, motorcycles, they got some really good deals. I was on Amazon Autos the other day looking at motorcycles. They got some really good deals. Really good deals. All right, let's go. Damn, y'all just got back. Wait a second. Let me see.
2 out of 3. Now we're officially into the fourth. Annie, let's break it down.
Well, you see a step with that.
Oh, so it's a 2, not a 3. It don't matter. Doesn't matter. That's still impressive. Heavily contested. Heavily contested.
So looking at the black line as our line of demarcation, and she definitely had a line or a foot on the white and the black line. So that's a good call by the officials.
All right, here they go talking for like 1,000 years. Oh boy, these officials just piss me off. The WNBA has the worst officials on the face of the earth. Then I would have to say these are the same officials they call the games in college, which is the worst. So they leave college, come to the W. They leave the W, go back to college. And then I would have to say unrivaled. Unrivaled officials are pure trash. To me, the best officials I've seen are Athletes Unlimited officials. They're the best officials I've seen, Athletes Unlimited. The rest of these officials are pure trash, dog. Like, it's taken them 1,000 years. We just saw her foot on the line. Jesus Christ.
Came to play a lot of different players. And
Like, they're literally talking amongst each other right now. What are we doing? And, like, this is why it's hard to get good average numbers. So you peak, and then there's the average. And the average will fall off because of dumb stuff like this. You know, at some point, technology, we got to get officials out of the game. We got to get human officiating out of the game. It's ridiculous, y'all.
they still are. But you talk about what this, how great this.
So they got to run this freaking piece. All right. This looks nice, South Dakota. I like that. I like that side. Like, this is literally what they have to do because of these stupid officials. I swear to y'all, man. I swear.
And just, again, that old feel and just the crowd is just right on top of you. It's just such a wonderful feeling.
Well, look at this scene here. I mean, the Phoenix Mercury didn't just bring Ann and Annie and our great production crew, but Wheezy, best courtside host in the WNBA. Patrick, the best PA announcer in the WNBA. Scorch, best mascot. Hip-hop dancers. I mean, we brought everybody to put on the party.
It's our home court.
Heck yeah.
That's for sure. And a new hip-hop squad.
Yeah, but y'all should see the new one they just built for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. That opened up last season, not this past season. It opened up 2 seasons ago, and I think it was upgraded to the tune of $36 million. So, yeah, Jackrabbits got their new. I guess you can call it new. Anytime you get an upgrade of 36 mil, that might as well be new.
Up with all the other courts around. Not just here in the middle of this.
Look at Haley, y'all.
On the outside, inside and outside, that they hold volleyball tournaments and clinics, and certainly the basketball clinics.
That was a push in the back.
Not there. Good hustle.
You got to call that.
By Carter. It took a little pop to the chest.
Oh God, I'm not doing all this.
Nestor gets stinged with that foul, her first, team's first. So Carter will toe the line. Again, played a lot of really high-quality All-American years at Walsh, D2 with the 2,000 points. And then the 1 year with Smesco at Florida Gulf Coast, really opening some eyes.
Well, she took Walsh to 3 NCAA tournaments. And just her size, you know, she's played in Greece, Hungary, Lebanon, Mexico, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Nate Tippett's staff is doing. The scout team, they're going and getting women from overseas.
Having a good stint here.
Did that last season. Look at it, another heavily contested shot. All of this is super impressive. The degree of difficulty, and she's 100%. Listen, as it relates to contested shots, Haley Van Lith is 100%.
Points now for Van Lith. Nice. All the way to the rim. Shepard, took a while for her to get in, but the rookie out of Virginia Tech, her second year, will go to the line.
Yeah, great drive, flipping it up there, contact. She was drafted in 2022 by Las Vegas. Had a cup of coffee where she was on the championship team.
Yep.
22.
So Asia Shepard is the one that told the horror stories overseas, how they be holding your paychecks and all that, putting you up in dirty apartments. She was thinking about suing her team overseas because they held her paycheck for 6 months. and threw her in a dirty apartment where she had dirty drinking water, all that stuff. She has some horror stories.
Long ball off the glass.
Alabama. It's open on Saturday.
Oh boy, and Dunn just kind of gives it the hands up.
So this could make the WNBA think about going to the Dakotas to put a team in the Dakotas, but the Upshot League already gonna beat them to it.
Turnover Sky, and despite that cough up, it's been a fun game, Manny. Both of these clubs.
But like I said, you know, put a team in the Dakotas, Montana. Like, these are places hungry for pro teams. They'll come out and support. But the WNBA, they want to stay in these major markets.
Aileen squares up.
And a lot of that is because of television.
The pick is Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard had a nice shot with double screen.
Didn't I tell you all about her speed dribble?
Taylor just goes flying.
Didn't I tell you all about her speed dribble? Taylor's speed dribble is elite, son. Quick, elite speed dribble. Elite. Damn, she looked like Shea Ralph.
And rivals, when she was playing. So in the day, Matt was telling us a story. Go ahead with it.
Oh no. I'm not talking about the Coyotes or the Rabbits. I'm just not going to do it. And this is.
Oh yeah, she did come over from the Jackrabbits.
And Vogel has been.
And everyone was super excited for her, the Jackrabbits.
Has done just such a great job, especially with the offense.
Well, and
There
she
you
was a
go.
great babe, but, you know, she played college ball here, and she was a Jackrabbit.
Yep.
She was a Coyote. And in the day,
Okay.
we'll tell the story later in the day.
Don't you dare. All right. You don't want to hear it, I promise. 89, 83. Merc with that lady.
Yep. Oh man. That's how it is, y'all. That's how it is. That's how it is. Wild world, y'all. Wild world. Wild world. So I can't wait until this game is over with so I can. Do we have any more games on tonight? I know I got to go back and watch the LA Sparks game against Nigeria on the app. I got to do that. And then I want to watch the first half of this game. I missed the first half. Let me see something. Is there any more games coming on tonight? Tonight. Okay, the Mystics come on at 7:30. At 8:30, we have Golden State the Storm versus the Valkyries. And at 7:30, the Lynx versus the Mystics. Yeah, like, I might as well stream all of these. I might as well stream them all. Like, why not? Let's just stream them all, man. Let's just stream them all. So they're a commercial break. It's still a commercial break, man. All right, let me check something real quick. There's something I need to check. All right. All right. Still on commercial break. Actually, I don't think I could do that. I'll finish this game out and then I got to go to the store. So I'll finish this out and I'll go to the store. But yeah. And then once I get back, I'll stream the other two games.
Phoenix Mercury coaching staff, eh?
Yeah, Tangela Smith came back this year. She was on the first two championship teams with Paul Westhead and Corey Gaines, and instrumental in those two championships. And it's great to have her back on the bench. But I'm going to tell you that South Dakota story.
It's all yours.
So anyways, in the
Okay,
day
so you
when-
got Hobbs in the game. I'm happy to see that.
when Nate was a ball boy, the fans, because there was such a rivalry between these two schools, that the fans would throw out jackrabbits out on the court. And Dunn knocking down a long one. They'd throw a dead jackrabbit out there, the fans would. And he'd have to go get it and take it off the court.
He was just a little kid. Come on.
So it's like, I was in the elevator with Megan Vogel yesterday, and these two gentlemen were in there and getting it off again.
Look at Haley. That's another one, y'all.
She goes, "Are you
Physical, through contact, heavily contested. Another one for Haley, y'all.
defense right on her back?" But
That chick 100% with contested shots. 100%.
the Coyotes and blue is the Jackrabbits. So it was very interesting in that discussion.
Yes, and I'm glad you told the story. I don't know if Nate is still traumatized by that, because the problem is the rabbit ended up back in the student section and was tossed back out again.
Yeah,
He had to go pick it up again.
He would take it back to the equipment manager and they'd give it back to the students.
Lord have mercy.
You can't do that today.
I hope
That
not.
was a tough pass.
Where if I'm Chicago, I want to make sure Van Lith is touching the ball every time down.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went with the glass with that one.
Second half to remember Van Lith.
I wouldn't have went with the glass with that one. Normally you want to go off glass when you're more towards the baseline. She should have just shot it straight on, because if she would have missed it, it probably would have hit the front of the rim, which would have bounced back to her. So hitting it off the glass and then it hits the back of the rim, that's a soft bounce. And you got 3 Phoenix Mercury players right next to the rim, so they were going to get that rebound. So normally on the baseline, you want to hit with a mid-range or a close shot. You want to go off the glass, kiss it off the glass. That's not where she was. And so I felt she should have went straight on. And if she missed short, it was going to come back to her. But she hit it off the glass, and then it bounced off the glass, bounced off the back of the rim, which was an easy rebound for the 3 Phoenix Mercury players right there. So it's shot IQ, y'all. Shot IQ. Okay? All right.
Wow. Hey, Lee did a really nice job of playing through the contact and just keeping her eye.
Y'all see how basic those jerseys are, uniforms are compared to last season's? Like, I didn't think that was necessary. I'm just going to be honest.
Aileen doing a nice job in condensed time off the bench for the Mercury.
Well, my chick Haley is dialed in, y'all. My chick pivot spin. Pivot spin to the right and hit it with a punch dribble. Step back. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that continue, man. My chick spin to the right, punch dribble, step back. And then that was the foul call. That was nice, Haley.
And giving them the experience to be able to call the game and the plays.
But Haley was always skilled on offense. She just needed to become a better facilitator and get her efficiency up.
Last year, why did he say Tolliver? Better get here, Maryland kid.
No, that's when you got to go up with a right hook shot, a little nice little baby hook.
Both coaches the opportunity to get involved in calling those.
Williams fighting off the pick, nothing there on the roll for
That was real high IQ defense from Jaquez, because she was ready to reject the screen and exploit the big, and Jaquez wouldn't let her do it. So she fought over the screen and stayed connected to her, because it was going to be a mismatch.
Just a lights out game for the Merc. 14th.
Look at Haley, another one. Another one, y'all.
Continues to be a one-woman scoring machine. Prechtel beating everybody down the floor.
There you go, Ashton.
Great play by Prechtel, getting down the floor and heads-up play, getting her the ball. But we talked about the 3-point shot for Phoenix, but we're going to see Van Lith, as you said. She's
Yo,
come in and
Haley,
kind of
she's 100% on contested shots, y'all.
her ability to handle the ball.
100% on contested shots.
20 points now for Van Lith. All of them coming in the second half.
I knew it. I started watching this in the third quarter. And this chick is dominating. 20 points in the second half.
Over 13 minutes.
Yeah.
100%. All of those shots were contested shots, y'all. All of those were contested shots. Physical. Contact.
It's a 98-90 lead for the Merc. 5:15 left to go in this game.
Nice. Gabriella, nice.
Yeah, she's got that in her bag, and at 6'6'1", she's got the range to get that shot off. That's a tough pass right there on the sideline, and that's where you talk about spacing and where you position yourself. And certainly the ball handler came too close to the sideline to hand that off.
I would like for them to get Hobbs involved. I want to see Hobbs put up some shots as well. She got a nice tan from overseas.
Certainly not in foul trouble.
Hobbs got her a nice little tan.
She's been the story scoring-wise for this Chicago bunch, so Dugan will toe the line.
She got her a nice little tan going on.
Two-time Atlantic 10 Player of the Year, 2025 and 26. Taylor checking in. Van Lith will take a seat.
20 points, baby. 20 points, Haley.
The second-year pro, Van Lith.
Look like she gonna take Rachel Banner minutes away from her. She's gonna take Rachel Banner minutes away. She can't take JC's away because JC is too much of a great defender and a three-point shooter, but she'll take Haley's. She'll take Haley's. I mean, she'll take Rachel's minutes if she keeps that up. Nice, Jaquez. Nice. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing? What the hell just happened? Back out of that. Let's go back. Oh gosh, y'all. Oh, there it is.
20 points, 10 boards, 5 assists. She joins this elite company. Stewie, Staley, Holtzclaw, and Sarah Strong.
All right, y'all got pretty much 4 minutes to tie this game up or take the lead. Come on. Let's get a dub. Let's go back to the goal with a dub. Let's go back to the goal with the glory, baby, with a win.
12 rebounds and so forth, but Jaquez, she could have a game where she only had 6 points, but it's the other things that she did out on the floor.
That's travel. That's travel.
The travel. Her intangible factor is just off the charts, Jaquez. Block inside.
Nice one, Sydney.
Chicago.
Nice, but you got to finish that. There you go, Hobbs. Get that rebound. There you go, Hobbs. That's 2 hustle plays from Hobbs. That's what I'm talking about. And I would like to see Sydney Cooks box out more.
They're still in this thing, no doubt.
Yeah, see, that was lazy from Sydney. That was lazy from Sydney, y'all.
By herself and scoring.
That was lazy from Sydney. Sydney got to box out. She got to box out. She got to chase that more. Right? Everything is being evaluated. Your effort, everything, man.
Williams now with 13 points. Jaquez runs into Prepto.
See, that was Jaquez supposed to kick that back to Sydney, but Jaquez isn't aware that Sydney is a good three-point shooter. She just forgot because she was supposed to kick that to Sydney. Sydney probably would have made that three because she's really good. How you gonna call her for that? She sold it. Man, get Taylor out of that game. I can't lose her, y'all. Don't lose her. Get her out of that game. Don't lose her. I've already seen enough from Taylor. I'm keeping Taylor. I'm keeping Taylor on the squad. I'm keeping her on the squad. I'm making her developmental player. I'm not getting rid of her. You've seen enough. Get that chick off the court. Get her off the court. But yeah, Sydney Cooks, baby, Sydney Cooks. You got to start boxing out. You got to start chasing and boxing out. You got to show effort plays, man. That's what they want to see. They know, you already know what she can do. You know she's 6'4", she can make threes, she got a nice handle, she can operate on all 3 levels. What you want to see from her is everything else, right? So you want to see defense, even though she's a solid interior defender, but you want to see everything else. And then you want to see the effort plays. You want to see the intangibles. And that's what's got to show for her. You know, so we heard Shimmy Miller, we heard her talk about how the Sydney Cooks isn't fighting when they get a hold of those rebounds. She's not using her strength to snatch the rebound away. She's kind of soft with it. So if you're battling for a rebound and both of you got your hands on it, Sydney isn't fighting to snatch it from your arms. And so we heard Shimmy call her out for that. So what I'm seeing is she's not even trying to box out. And that's going to get her cut. It's like, damn, Sydney got cut. She got cut. Right? So yeah, everything counts, man. Everything counts, baby. And she'll look back at it if she get waiting like, damn, I should have boxed out more. I should have fought more for rebounds. I should have dove on the floor. I should have chased after loose basketballs. I swear, man, you get these opportunities and y'all blow it. Maybe they thought there's 15 teams. Mandatory, you have to keep 12 women. I can just sort of slightly take my foot off the gas and still stay in this league. It's not guaranteed. You can't guarantee that. You can't guarantee that.
Sammy getting that one out of the corner off an out-of-bounds play, and then Treptow showing her ability at 6'5" to knock the outside shot down. And Kia Williams, she has been spectacular off the bench. And how about Kara Dunn? 3 of 3 from threes. And then Carter knocking one down too. So this, we talked about the
that was too much help defense for me. I think Ty. Yeah, I think Ty has to turn down the help defense, dial it back just a little bit. So when you're playing a perimeter shooting team like the Mercury, man, you can't be helping too much, especially on some unknowns like this.
Dunn coming off the bench. You
That's what got him hurt.
For 3, but a lot of different Mercury players getting into the act with the long ball. 104-94, 2:40 left to go in this fourth quarter.
Good pass, Sydney. That's what I'm talking about. You see, Sydney got everything you need for offense. Jesus Christ, Beth Mowens. Yeah, Sydney got everything you need for offense, y'all. That chick could handle, shoot, everything. Back to the basket, face-up game. That chick got it all at 6'4". Sydney Cook. She has everything you want on offense at 6'4". Her issue is from what we've been noticing, is the effort plays. The effort plays. That'll get you cut. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, I was up top before the game, and I couldn't believe the line for all the Mercury merchandise.
Heck yeah. You know, all those kids were loving the fact that they got the T-shirts.
There you go, box out.
For sure. Actually, they were wearing them during the clinic. It was great.
What do these coaches always say? One thing I will not coach is effort. One thing I will not coach is effort. That's what they say.
They still have a little bit to go as far as their chemistry and figuring things out. But, you know, I like how they're pushing the ball. I like the rebounding. Staying out of foul trouble. A lot of foul shots for.
Nah, you gotta reward her for that. You gotta blow that whistle. That chick got fouled, man.
You know, all the players on this team, both teams, just trying to make the team.
You gotta go up with that reverse layup.
Really coming at you.
So that was a good dribble drive, but you gotta go up with that reverse layup off the glass, man. Listen, I'm happy Hake is going to the free throw line, but you gotta take that. That's crazy.
How are you going to manage the time and how are you going to hold on to the ball?
The second and final exhibition game coming up, Annie, at home against the Japan national team next week. And it'll be a chance, to your point, for the starters to gel a little bit more, and for some of these players who are just looking to make the team, whether it's the roster or the developmental squad, that take one of those spots. It'll be important.
Yeah, and Corey Gaines, who was the assistant
Now,
coach,
Tyler Marsh learned his lesson.
the head coach in 2009.
Yeah, Tyler Marsh learned his lesson from last season. He wouldn't play. He wouldn't play his rookies and free agents, newly acquired free agents. He wouldn't play them enough in preseason, and he got destroyed because of it.
Corey Gaines, certainly a fan favorite.
Come on, baby.
In the Valley, that's for sure.
Again, Chicago not giving up.
Nope.
And not a lot of time left going off the clock.
Did he just try to say that was Phoenix ball? That was crazy. All right, so he's letting Megan Vogel coach the fourth quarter. That's nice of him to do that. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot
so he's letting her coach the fourth quarter.
State is going to be tough. I mean, they surprised
Which is something that I always wanted coaches to do, even in a regular season. If you got a talented assistant coach, let him or her get one of these quarters. Right? Give them a quarter if they're talented, like Austin Kelly. Give him a quarter. You don't have to be injured or take a sick day or something. Just give him a quarter. And that helps him out with other teams.
She was thrilled about because the emphasis on the bigs being able to shoot from distance.
That's my girl, Ashton Pretzel.
These days.
Well, right now, expect this Chicago team to put a lot of pressure on the Mercury.
And here it comes.
All right, we can win this game, Sky. There you go.
Williams,
stay with her.
Able to hit the timeline.
Stay with her, Jaquez. There you go. Stay with her. Stay with her. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
106 left. And this game definitely.
Let's go.
It's a 4-point lead for the Mercury. Turnover, Phoenix. Big possession for both clubs. Hawkes.
Get to the free throw line.
Wheels, deals. Good defense. Good defense by the Mercury.
Stay on her.
Eileen came up with a nice block.
Do y'all see how Sydney Cooks isn't physical, y'all? Do y'all see how Sydney Cooks isn't physical? Like, what's hurting her is the effort plays, y'all, and the fact that she just isn't physical. Bro, how was that a foul? Is he ever going to challenge it? You got to remember, Tyler Marsh was under scrutiny last season because he wasn't fighting for his team. Challenge that, dog. Oh, he don't have any more timeouts left. Damn.
Drafted last year by Seattle.
Like, I wanted them to go back with a win because all they're going to do is like, look at Chicago lost. If they had Angel Reese, they wouldn't have lost. Angel Reese would have had in the first half at least 15 rebounds. So I'm trying to help this dude. Like, chase after that rebound, Sydney.
5-point lead for Phoenix. Chicago calling the timeout with 32 seconds left.
Yo, that chick right there, son. That chick right there, son. Yo, we have not seen this chick do anything with the hustle plays, and she's soft. That chick is clearly finesse. She's an offensive weapon. That's it. Defense and hustle plays, she's soft as hell, man. What are we talking about, man? You got to step it up. Damn, boy, that stuff, like, that's the stuff that'll get you waved. Man, listen. Me personally, I'll put her on a development squad. But the issue is, like, we need toughness from you. And I'm not, like, what does Becky Hammond always say? I'm not going to coach effort. I'll waive you before I have to coach effort from you. So, you know, we need you to be more physical, tough. I need you to chase. I need you to look for the box out more. I need you to snatch rebounds away. I need you to see you on the floor diving for loose balls. I need you blowing up screens. Like, what are we talking about here? Damn.
Maddie Westbell, Elizabeth Williams. I mean, those are solid players for them.
Yo, that chick soft, son. That's my girl because she played for Mississippi State, but that chick soft.
So here's Chicago.
Go! Pay attention, Hawkins! Chase that! Put it up!
Again, hitting the boards, Chicago.
Get that! Dive! What are y'all doing? Oh my gosh! Y'all was supposed to attack that like a piranha. Dive on that floor and grab them. Grab it. Force them to call a jump ball. Stop being cute and pretty out there. Dive on that floor, cuz. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't want anyone on my team not willing to fight tooth and nail and bleed like Lexi Hall. Now, I don't want you if you trash like Lexi making layups and threes. Lexi good with them threes when Caitlin in the game. When Caitlin not in the game, Lexi kind of trash. In terms of efficiency, nah, I want you efficient. But Lexi with them hustle plays, Lexi ready to bleed for you. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want you on my team if you're not ready to bleed like Lexi Hall. If you're not ready to bleed like Lexi, I don't want you on my team. They were supposed to have been on that basketball like piranhas. Piranhas. Freaking mosquitoes around human flesh. A hot summer night with a load of mosquitoes around ready for blood. That's how they were supposed to be on that basketball. You dive on that floor and force them to call a foul or a freaking jump ball. And Jaquez got to have her head on a swivel. You got Sydney Cooks cutting wide open. You got to see that. It's just preseason. I don't give a damn. You want to fly back to Chicago with a W. That's what you want to do. Fly back to the goal with a W, man.
Something like Alyssa Thomas on your team, she just never quits and is never willing to say die.
Man, I'm playing a foul game and I think he gonna let this go. I'm trying to foul and there you go. Review it. Twirl your freaking fingers, something. What we doing? Y'all not gonna review that? What are you doing? Tell him to review that.
Well, at least it wasn't a soda.
Bro, I think he ready to let the game go, dog.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Well, we did a nice job the second time getting the ball in bounds with a lot of.
You gotta listen. What people don't understand is that this dude was getting tortured last season because he wasn't in the fight with his team. And so when he finally tried to get in a fight, he looked like a maniac, but he wasn't challenging when he was supposed to challenge. He wasn't in a referee's face when he should have been in the referee's face. He was letting certain things slide. Oh, man. Like, preseason is just as important for second-year coaches as it is for these players, dog.
She took ballet and tapping. I love that.
Go! Call a timeout. I thought they didn't have any timeouts left, which meaning he could have challenged something.
So a reset timeout. 106.
Okay, that was a reset.
1.5 left to go in this game.
Well, certainly the
Man, put up a three. Get a three right now.
They'd like to see this clock run down. And
hurry up, chick. Go. Go, Hobbs. Shoot that now.
And there's the foul that you didn't want to commit. That's Morgan Molly as Hawkins gets past her.
And the Chicago looking to penetrate, and that's where you just got to lay back. Let them take the outside.
Sure.
You know, and if they make a three, they make a three. You're still up three. But you want them to try and get time off the clock. And
should she miss one?
Seconds left in this game.
But probably not, because Sydney Cooks does not like to fight. So probably not. Don't miss it, because Sydney don't like to fight anyway. All right.
Welcome to the WNBA, young lady. So a 106-102 lead for the Mercury, 8.1 left, and Phoenix is the team calling the timeout now.
Not a reset.
Right.
Taking the full timeout. A lot of timeouts at the end of games.
Sellout crowd here. You know, this is a big game for Nate Tibbetts in so many ways, and him reflecting on coming home to his native South Dakota state, really special.
Just as far as like where my journey has gone, and you know, it's been cool to see how much our players have like supported.
What a moment, what a few days for Nate Tibbetts.
I think really it hit me when he was doing that interview. It's the journey he has taken, and with his family, and he knows because he saw it with his mom, and then now sees it with his wife and family, and just, you know, it is a journey because your family gets up and moves and goes and follows you because of the passion and what this game has done for your life, and it brings you such great joy, and he's such a wonderful coach. And teacher.
Yeah, the Upshot League will be in the Dakotas, y'all.
For parents, teachers, Nate saying coming home brings him a sense of peace. That was lovely.
Was that before the...
Hawkes picks up her
That's a
third.
good foul.
Free throws for the Mercury.
That's a good foul, man. Go home with a W and that sends the message to your team. That sets culture. That has your team to show that the coach isn't gonna quit, so we can't quit. This is a preseason game. He could have mailed it in. He could have folded and said, you know what? Let's go ahead and give Nate Tibbetts this dub. He's at home in South Dakota. Nah, fight, man. Fight. Fight until the last second. Fight. Go, run that thing, baby. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. That's it. That's game. That's game. That's game.
And that will do it. 108-104 Mercury with the victory over Chicago.
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. It was exciting, a lot of energy in that first.
He earned that one though.
You could tell both teams played with a lot of intensity. The veteran players on both squads were very effective, and I think it's going to be a fun season.
Congratulations, South Dakota. You got your first ever WNBA game.
104 was fun, or what? First WNBA game ever in this beautiful state. Merc head coach Nate Tibbetts coming home in front of friends and family. That's fun. And Phoenix picking up the much needed win. I think just in terms of going forward, our next broadcast on Arizona's Family Sports preseason game number 2 on April 29th against the Japanese national team right here at home in Phoenix. Mercury win it 108-104. Thanks for watching Phoenix Mercury basketball presented by Bally Bet on Arizona's Family Sports.
Congratulations, South Dakota, man. Super happy for y'all. Now we got to get a game in North Dakota. Now we need to get the WNBA to travel to Montana, Wyoming, Kansas. You understand? New Mexico. Let's go. Let's go to Alabama. Let's go to Arkansas. Like, let's go, W, because the Upshot League, that's literally where they're going. So, y'all, it's been fun. Let me head to the store, and then when I get back, I'll see about streaming that Lynx and Mystics game. So, yeah, because I know people want to see Lauren Betts. So that's fair. And Olivia Miles with the Lynx. So that's it. I'm out of here. I'm out.